Shout out to the family. This is boy Swap Boss Man, Black Power, man. AOI stand up. This is the argument league. I'm off early morning. Mm, get that right quick. Decided to go over this video, man. You know, do some review. Sabotage of the Black Woman by Merkaba. Shout out to everybody who tunes in today or in the future. I want to get this started. Think we can have a conversation about it. Hopefully an adult, mature, intellectual conversation. But this is the argument league. Let's get it.
Everybody, thanks for watching. Now, this is one of those videos where, it's kind of sort of a touchy subject. Whenever you have to tell people the truth about themselves, you really don't know how they're going to take it. Are they going to truly understand it the way that you meant to say it? Can you convey it in the right way to get people to understand, your message? But to me, people will get offended by some of the things in this video. But to me, the people who will not be offended are the people who are real with themselves. But you have to look at, history, our history, Black women. I mean, we as Black men has had an uphill battle. We all know this. We know, so-called racism, white supremacy. We know what that's about, and we know what we face out here. But Black women, the treachery, the traps, and the confusion and frustration that you have been put through is deep. And I don't think you realize how deep it is, and you don't realize what is obviously in front of your face. And the thing is, what we got to remember is one of the biggest keys to white supremacy, to oppression, was to, of course, separate the Black family. You, as a Black female, have to understand this, plain and simple. And when you understand that and everything that entails, you have to then look at the Black men that you are faced with today and ask yourself, what happened? What's going on? Is this really the type of man that I should be with? And this obviously is not pertaining to every single Black man, but to the men that you gravitate towards the most. So you have to think about one, if the goal of white supremacy is to separate the Black family, and I've mentioned this before, how the key to generational wealth begins with the family. It begins with the mother and father, plain and simple. If you guys don't have a strong foundation, if you don't have a loving relationship to convey to your children, to teach them how they should be a mother or a father, how they should be, out in the world, how they should be as far as education, then they won't learn these things. They will pick them up from places where, they shouldn't, where the message it might not be the message you want to give to your child. So when you destroy the home, you are destroying the foundation for generational wealth, and you are crippling a generation of people to become successful. And not every single Black woman is going to be strong enough or have the resources or support to take a child as a single mother and elevate him to a level of success. And we see that is definitely the case in the Black community today. It is really hard for Black women to do this. But when you understand that one of the biggest things to white supremacy is to take the Black male out the home, to destroy the Black family. And then you look at the mass incarcerations that we have of Black men, completely disproportionate to white men. When you look at the fact that once the person is arrested and they have that criminal record, and of course, anybody on the outside looking in is going to say, well, he shouldn't have done whatever he did to get arrested. But if you're locking up the majority of people on a product that you put in their neighborhood, it's almost like entrapment. You gave me something that people want that I could sell to make money. And I sold it not knowing, what it does to people. not fully understanding the consequences. Basically surviving off the rule of it's either me or them. Survival of the fittest. If I don't do this, I can't eat, I can't feed my family, or what have you. And it's really, no other alternative for.
Now we've heard the um, racism took the black man out the house. The plan of the oppressor was to separate the family, to devalue the black man from the black woman, to devalue the black woman from the black man, family altogether. We don't have a clear definition of family. We don't have a clear structure of family, a clear system, a clear science of family. What is family? Um, we don't understand the institution of marriage, home, family, building, the generational connection, the keeping people in line with each other, making sure we on the same team. This is what we about. Everybody out here trying to do it by themselves. The woman's trying to do it by themselves. The man's trying to do it by themselves. The children end up trying to do it by themselves. I was out at 14 trying to do it by myself. With, coming from a broken home. My father had custody of me since the third grade, second grade, something like that. But he stayed at work so much and relied on our stepmother, who did a horrific job at being a mother, a parent, a provider, a homemaker. And so it got to the point where I was like, man, I could do better on my own. It's 13 people in this house. You know what I'm saying? Um, there it is. Of course, a lot of this has been abused and become a talking point to the point where we're not trying to hear it no more. Okay. And that's where I'm at with a lot of it. Okay, we know the problem. We know the cause. What are we willing to do to fix it? That's the problem. It's like people just want to complain. They don't want to take any action to bring any type of solution. And to me, that's redundant.
Certain people, especially when they have lack of knowledge. So when you have people being arrested, black men being thrown in prison, taken away from their family, and the goal of racism, white supremacy is to separate the black family. What you have out on the street now, at any given time, you have different types of black men for black women to choose from. You have black men who are in and out of incarceration, in and out of prison. They got to sell drugs, they got to do whatever they got to do because they really can't get a good job because of their criminal record. You have black men who are trying, to do what's right. They don't want to be arrested. They don't want to do things that go against the law. They're trying to do the best they can to survive and take care of themselves and their family. So they work, they go to school, or what have you. And then you have black men who have made it, who are successful already, who are doing, big things. And these are what the black women have to choose from. Now let's keep it real. It's
And I think he did a nice job breaking that down. You got the different classes of men that's coming. Um, the drug dealer, the trapper, the criminal, the street institutionalized person. Then you got the person that's street adjacent, but also goes to school, plan on getting a job, doesn't look at itself as a criminal. Um, will do some criminal things, right? Because of locality, um, because of the easiness, but won't make a life plan out of it. Like some people say, yo, I'm gonna get to a key. A lot of these brothers never see themselves getting to a key. If they make $50 today, they good. If they make $100 today, they're great. They make $1,000 in a week, they're superb. And then you got the dudes who um, somehow avoided the streets altogether, or maybe not. Different things happen. But the point is, they ended up successful. They ended up with um, legit money. They ended up with the mentality of having their own, having a home, having a car, life insurance. They got the game. They got the American dream, down pat as far as a black man can. So yeah, I agree with that.
not so many of these black men that are successful in doing big, great things that's not celebrities, professional athletes. So that's one thing. So now what's really left for the black woman to choose from is between the incarcerated man in and out of prison and the black man who doesn't have that much, who's trying, who don't want to break the law, who got a 9 to 5 at Burger King, who going to school. She has to choose from a man that has the potential to do something good with his life and a man that is doing whatever he can to survive and breaking the law and doing what have you.
Shout out to Alonzo. The link to the panel is pinned to the top. I'm doing a review of this and then gonna have an open discussion. Uh, Anybody want to join? I encourage you to. I appreciate your presence. Hit that like button and share if you got a channel. Let people know we live over here.
So the goal of white supremacy, racism, is to make sure that you choose the man that's wrong for you. How do you do that? Well, first we got to understand one, to not go deeply into it, the seeds have already been implanted, for hundreds of years since slavery. So when you bring it up to modern day, how do you make sure? Because they obviously don't want you getting with the rich black guy. They don't want you getting with the guy who has a shot. They want you to choose the worst choice. And the thing is, your options are limited, plain and simple. And when you look at the culture that we have, if you want black women to choose the man that's wrong for her, then you got to make sure the culture promotes this man to be something great. You got to make sure that she's attracted to the wrong man. You got to give her a culture that's going to appeal to her, that's going to make her choose the man that's going to be the downfall for her offspring, for herself. And this is what we have seen with the hip hop culture. And we have seen a culture arise in the black community
Shout out to
that
Leonard, man.
is predominantly negative. Didn't used to be, more so today it is. And when you really be real with yourself and take a step back and look at, we already know, I talked about this before, the whole bad boy attitude. Black women saying, I want thugs. I want, a dude who can basically take care of me, who got the money. I don't want to be with a dude who really is trying to, struggle and everything like that. And now you have the black woman having to choose from the person who she really should be with and the person who society, who the culture is telling her to be with, the popular guy, not the square, the popular guy. And the popular guy just happened to be the drug dealer of the neighborhood, the ghetto superstar. And this is what's going together when we have these relationships, when people come together based on the culture. So when you think about it, it almost sounds stupid. Why would you?
And I've witnessed that. I assume we've all witnessed that, fell victim of that. When I was younger, I wasn't popular. I've never been because I never wanted to be. I never fought to be. I've always been number one in my lane. In my lane, I'm number one. The thing about it is, when you're young, you don't know who you are. You're feeling yourself out. You know what I'm saying? Different experiences for different people allow them to learn themselves faster or slower. The more stuff you go through, you say, well, what would I do if I got into a fight? What would I do if a dog ran up on me to attack me? What would I do if somebody broke on my house? What if I do if I went broke? What would I do if, a girl liked me? What would I do if a girl dissed me? This is how you learn yourself, right? And when I was younger, the girls that I would find myself interested in or would be interested in me, but they would be interested in the more violent person, more the person who comes out more brash, more harsh. And I look at that as security, right? Women want security. They want to know they're going to be protected. Shout out to the sister Nobody in the building. They want to know that they're going to be protected. And when you're coming off all poetic and gentle and kind and considerate and all of these things, and that culture is considered soft. Someone can walk up and knock your block off. And women aren't attracted to the man that's losing. If you walk up, you see two dudes arguing. The one who's winning the argument is more attractive. The one who's winning the fight is more attractive. When you're in school, the one who knows the answers are more attractive. When you're on the basketball court, the one who's scoring the points are more attractive. So they make sure that we stand in line where we're combative. And it's like, well, if you can't whoop me physically, you really ain't got nothing coming. So don't start no arguing with me. Because if I start to lose the argument, I'm gonna start a fight. You know? So a lot of dudes like me, we stay quiet. Well, I don't want to argue with fam. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to fight fam. You know? And I've always saw that. I know some specific um occasions where I was like, I just don't see why this girl, deems it more sensible to be with him than me. It was just it was crazy. It was the dude who I'm looking at is trouble. The dude I'm looking at is hard headed. He's not going to school. You know, he's just not doing life right. This is the way I was raised. You go to school, you get good grades, you get out of school, you find a job. You continue school, and if you can, you get a career. And this was just never their plan, you know. They would rob the people who had the jobs. They would break into the homes of the people who had careers. But as children, and I'm still going to call us children, we could have been 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Um, yeah, it was just tougher to convince that I was the alpha male. I was the more important male. I was the more useful male, you know. But then time goes by, people go through experiences, they have arguments, they have fights, domestic issues. Um, I know this one girl who got shot by her baby daddy while she was pregnant with his child, and she still stayed with him. And it was like, wow, you would still be with him over me. And then, of course, later on, I meet my first girl. She got a child. Um, you know, she has a child. I try to get with her, and it's like, we go out, we chill, but it's not that. And she ends up dwindling off where I'm like, okay. And then we get back in touch with each other. She has another child by somebody else who doesn't want it. And it's like, okay, all right, how you doing? You saying nice to meet you, all right. And I end up back in a relationship with her. And those children I look at as my stepkids today. I really do. I look at them as my children today. But yeah, that was just that. So that's a very true statement. You know what I'm saying? And especially when you're young. I don't know. I could imagine what's in the mind of a woman right at that point because I hang with women. I have a lot of female friends, especially when I was younger. I had a lot of female friends that they would talk freely and open in front of me. So it was like even in the other culture, I would hear like uh, date the jock, marry the nerd, right? So you will go out and lose your virginity to the jock, do freaky things with the jock, and then you close that part of your life, and then you reintroduce yourself to the world as this wholesome girl that didn't do all those nasty things with the jock. Marry me, successful man. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same game. It's the same game.
You mess with an ex-con drug dealer versus a black man who got a job, he working, he's trying to educate himself, he's trying to do something good with his life. But this is exactly what has happened. This is what's going on. And we understand how the drug dealer is glorified. You don't see rappers rapping about, yo, I flip burgers at Burger King and, I work that Save a Lot and all this and that and making it banging, glorifying it. But you see the drug dealer glorified. You see the person who's working a 9 to 5 trying to go to school, he's called a square. He's corny. And the culture is appealing more to the wrong man for the black woman versus the man that's right for her. And not just that, you have on the flip side, black men receiving a culture that's derogatory towards women. So again, when you have two people meet in a culture that's like this, it's not going to end up well. But the black woman has been sabotaged. She has been tricked into choosing the man that's wrong for her. And a lot of you believe that this is your own feelings. No, he's just the man I'm more attracted to. And you don't really understand it's not your own feelings, that you have been tricked. You have been brainwashed into feeling this type of way. And I've heard it all the time. Black women say, I want a guy that's going to talk tough, a guy that's not just going to put me in my place. Like, you want to argue, you want to, stuff like that. You don't want a guy that's going to be sensible, and a guy that's going to be, understanding, and have a conversation that's going to lead to compromise. It's like you want argument. And, this is where black women get this angry black.
That was a deep quote. Um, just to speak to that point, like I said, yeah, it was. I don't know. It was coming like coming off respectful to women um, that I was around, that I was close to. Only speaking on that, there's no absolutes, but the communities that I was in, speaking to them women in respectful manners was cute, but it wasn't what they wanted to take home and make love to. It was always the dude that we call them bitches, the dudes who already had a woman that he was arguing with, the dude that felt like women not a priority. They're bitches. They're hoes. Get your bread, my nigga. That is who the women were attracted to. That's who they wanted to lay down with. That's who they wanted to use their resources to make a man. It's like it's like you never want nothing if it falls in your hand. But then you don't want to be the hardest working motherfucker to get a motherfucker. So you use the cheat code that you got. Men use money, women use sex. That's it. The taunt of look at how I look at what you could kiss on, look at what you could feel, look at what you could lay down with, versus look at the bread, look at what you could have, look at where you could go, look at what you could do. And they leverage that against each other. It's sick. But that's because the value to human has been redefined. There's a monetary system, right? And the monetary value puts value on things. The monetary system put value on things that have no value, no true value. And so when a man gets the money, he uses it to get the girl with the sexy girl. And if a girl grows and ends up with a sexy body, she uses that to get the money. It's crazy. Nobody says, I wish these men would put a title on a group of black women they're talking about, because they don't be talking about black women collectively in general. It is not a majority of black women that like to be talked to roughly. I would disagree with that. They don't like to be talked to roughly at certain times in front of people, this, that, and the other. But I feel like every woman, and this is an absolute, every woman wants a man who can be firm with her when she needs to be controlled, when she needs to be spoke to firmly. They don't want no man that's just going, whatever you want, baby. Okay. No, you're not wrong. Oh, okay. It don't matter. No, 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 no. With that being said, I think every black man wants the same thing. Every black man wants a woman that when he fucks up, when he's fucking up, she knows how to get that message across and teach him and guide him, discourage him from being stupid. No one likes to be abused, right? Talk to roughly in an abusive manner. But that's not that's that's something they like to see the man do to other people. He don't talk that way to me. He be hoeing y'all niggas. He be talking crazy to y'all. But I'm his woman. He doesn't talk like that to me. But when it happens, they're willing to overlook that because of that power, because of his position, his influence, his money, the things that men have. So, I mean, it's not a simple conversation, but that's what it is. And to the first comment, I would say, I'm not good at like putting people in boxes because I don't like that. I don't like putting people in boxes. So when it's like the incels, this, that, other, da, 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 I think it's a natural thing. Sometimes I'm not gonna say I don't put people in boxes. I just don't like it when I'm conscious of me doing it. You know, but I'm pretty sure I've seen motherfuckers. I'll be like lames, that's putting people in a box. So if I'm talking about these women, I'm talking about I would say you know hood girls, or hood adjacent girls, hood girls. You know, and yeah, I guess until we argue about it and I have to be more specific, I can say hood girls. Girls from the hood, or girls who are adjacent to the hood, are attractive to the men who run the hood, you know? And since we aren't running the hood by going to school and getting money and coming back and buying the hood, we're running the hood by being the threat on the block. But if you come over here talking loud, that's who gonna ask you what you talking about. So, he got to make sure he's the loudest over here. Let me see. She's not a good woman if she likes the bullshit. Well, to tell the truth, a lot of good people. And I'll tell you this. Me, I believe everybody's born good, even white people. I believe white people are a victim of racism. They're not born hating black people, but then they're taught it by people who were taught or learned to hate black people. And so they end up not being good people. But I believe everybody has a chance. And remember, at this time, I'm talking about 14, 15, 16, 17-year olds. And I would hate to define them as good or bad people when they really don't even know who they are. I believe they do good things and they do bad things. That same girl that would be attracted to that dude would be like at home taking care of her mother, her grandmother, walking her brother to school, her little brother to school, you know, um, defending other girls that get bullied. Those are good things. So, I wouldn't just say she's not a good woman in that aspect, sure. Nobody in the building. Let me get to the rest of these comments by you until. Let me see. So we're speaking about black women who are in dangerous, tough environments. One of the dangerous, tough guy. I can agree to that. Not to what that dude says, though. Okay. Well, I definitely want to get back to that point that you disagree with him on. I know plenty of women like myself who will pout and throw a whole fit if you try to be firm with us about anything. Most women do not like to be checked. LOL. That's a kink. Yeah. Um, we can have our open discussion on that. Tiff says, I know women from tough environments that demand respect. Sometimes it what's in the home and not always just the environment. Well, I look at the home as the environment. You know what I'm saying? Like those people outside come from inside those walls, don't divide it. You know what I'm saying? It's a physical structure, but those people talk like that in the house and then they come outside and they try that shit outside. And they get checked or they get away with it, you know what I'm saying? And they come more influence. Nobody in the building, please see you. How you doing this morning?
Yay, I'm good. Not too bad. What about you?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Real positive, hopeful. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put in some work. Uh Let me see. Till
Is my
says,
sound okay?
yeah, you sound good. Can you hear me? Do I need to speak up?
I think I got a delay.
Oh, okay, go ahead, jump off, come right back in. Tiff says, you don't have to check a woman. Have a conversation like a rational adult. If the man isn't emotional and can speak in a respectable tone, that shouldn't be a problem. If it is, she is the problem. Thing is, you don't always have time to have a rational adult conversation. There's something happening right now. I need to check this shit, and then we could talk about it later. But right now, it needs to be checked. I don't need to sit down and explain to you why I don't need you to be making the move you need right now. Right now, I'll explain it later, but right now, I need to get this threat handled, whatever scenario it is. So it's like, yo, quiet. And that's simple. That's not me calling you a bitch or nothing. It's like, yo, quiet, chill. And you chill, you be quiet. I handle the situation. Everybody walks away with their health. And then we get in the car, and of course, I see your attitude, or different people. They know they're waiting. So what was that about? Well, I didn't appreciate you. Well, I had to come to you like that. I mean, yeah, but I don't think it's a. I mean, that's just it, man. People have those moments with people that they love, especially when you come across new situations, new experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do when you with your dude and another dude try to holler at you? You know, what do you do when you're with
What
your
you mean? What am I to do? That don't make sense. If a dude is like trying to holler at me and I'm with my dude, what am I to do other than be cute and continue by my way? Like, what am I to do? What you want me to do? Beat him up, yell at him? Like, I'm not to do nothing.
that being the leading comment lets me know you don't know what to do. It's like nothing that you like experienced and taken care of in a
No,
healthy.
no, I just keep going. Wherever I was headed,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
say it
yeah, yeah.
again.
Yeah, but what is it still a delay?
I think so, man.
Oh yeah, it's too big of a gap between you speaking and me speaking. I don't know what's going on. Um, we'll see when somebody else get up here, but I'll give you the floor and shut up. But we can talk about what do you do when you're with your dude and another dude's trying to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. Versus, how do you act when you by yourself and other dudes try to holler at you? You know? And I don't mean dudes are like, hey yo, what it is? Yeah, it's like hey, how you doing today? I'm fine. That's good. You're looking good. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. You have different conversations. It's not always just walking up. Yo, can I get your number so I can call you the fuck later? Sometimes they come off as just a friendly person. And me, I don't mind my girl being friendly to friendly people. I don't want my girl to be no evil, wicked motherfucker just walking around the world being on her defense. Someone speaks, you should speak back. Now, if the man continues in a manner where he's trying to, take interest in you, then that's when you have to have skills to get that out of the way. There's, I see, Alonzo is in the building. Let's see if he has a, what's going on, brother? You here?
What's up, brother?
Okay, it seemed like he don't have a lag at all. Nobody here. I think it's you, sister. What's going on, brother? What's on your mind?
I'm doing all right. So I'm not feeling the greatest, so I'm gonna be very quick.
Okay.
Um, when it comes to these men, I think one of the major issues, like the brother is saying, and I'm having this issue right now. Think about this, bro. When it comes to us as men, black men, right? I'm assuming you're near my age, right? I'm almost 40. I'm 39.
43.
All right. So men in our age range, right? When we was 20, men in our age range right now, 45, you know,
Yeah.
35 to 55, we wore linen suits and shit. Now, men our age range, we dress like the 22-year-olds. So today it's making it more difficult for women to even be able to tell distinctly who's who. There's no reason, Suave, that you and I at 43 and 40 should be dressed when we're considering ourselves fly as someone who's 23. I just went to a custom suit shop and bought two custom blazers for damn near $3,000. I'm not saying every grown man has to do that, but we have to do something to distinctly change our look. Like you said, instead of us coming with the complaints, let's come with some solutions. So, yeah, let's put on the Uncle 3000s. Let's put on the linen hats. Let's dress like Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer when they made original Kings of Comedy, right? So that you can have a distinction between men and boys, so that there isn't that situation where you know, you become niggas like me who were quote unquote manosphere, where's my hug at ass niggas mad at every big booty Keisha because we didn't get to get with her in high school. And now that we 40, we want to run around and blame everything on black women. I say we, I'm not exactly with them, but I associate with them, so guilty by association, right? Um, so, these are the things that don't contribute to the youth being um, strong men, and for the women not being, shit, productive members of society. The other day, they were these two 22-year-old girls. I'm a married man, but they was getting harassed by like 4 or 5 middle school age boys. So I took the girls to my house. I said, come to my house. We're going to go have a drink. I let them know, look, I'm married. I'm going to tell my wife I'm bringing two 22-year-old girls home. Da 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 da. These girls was like, ooh, do your girl like girls? I was like, hell no. That's nasty and that's gay. I don't want my girl with another girl. But a lot of men have now done skewed stuff like that. Like you said in the music, it's all degrading to a woman. My girl got a girlfriend. Polygamy was not about girl on girl action. Polygamy is not about the girls liking the girls. It's about the girls liking me.
It's
I don't
fine.
need my girl to like another girl. I need my girl to be okay with me with another girl. That's all. But a lot of this stuff is skewed. I'm sorry, I'm just on my soapbox,
No,
bro.
you good. And how did that experience taking the two 22-year-olds to your home with your wife? What happened? What did y'all do?
Oh, I just took them to the house because I didn't want them to get harassed by the young boys anymore. So I took them to the house. I made them a drink. I introduced them to my wife. After they had their drink, I was like, all right, I'm going to take y'all back downstairs and y'all go on about your business. Uh, I'm old enough to be their father.
Okay.
You
I,
know?
well, yeah, no judgment there. But um, your initial thought was the dress code, right? And
Yeah.
me, I've never been like a suit wearer. Like I've never owned a linen suit. I I do dress similar or adjacent to how I dressed when I was younger. I got on a t-shirt, some jeans or some shorts, some gym shoes, a hoodie. That's my typical wear. You catch me, I got some golf shorts, some golf shirts, you know what I'm saying, that I throw on when I want, want to be, represented. And, that when I don't want to be questioned. I think people assume that people dress in that manner are thugs, criminals. And I've always had a big problem with that because I couldn't help the way I looked. You know what I'm saying? So it was like you're judging the clothes off the black man. And so the black man tries to dress like the white man to get that image placed on him. Oh, he's a good person because he's in a suit. Well, I know a lot of hoe ass niggas in suits. A lot of pastors in suits. A lot of, principals, deans in suits that go to the liquor store, buy crack, and go pick up a prostitute. So I've always been big on the characteristics of a person is what makes a person, not the clothes, not even the music they listen to. I can listen to all the little Uzi Vert I want, but if I get out of my car and I go to work and be a productive citizen, come home, pay bills, talk to people about how to escape the criminal world, I don't consider myself a bad person. So to that, I have to disagree about the linen suit. I can see that that's a culture that does exist. And I'm not trying to say everybody who goes out by these suits are like trying to scheme, but we're all conscious of, presenting yourself in a certain light. So no, if you don't want to look like a person that'll snatch a purse, dress like a suit, and then you go snatch purses. That's been one of the oldest games. And so that's cool. I can see, um, of course, because I make the same sentiments. It's the where you from, brother? Let me ask that. I mean, we familiar with each other, but
Yeah,
I've
on
never.
the East Coast.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, okay. I mean, I guess that, like, where?
I'm from
It's
Connecticut. New
oh,
York, Connecticut, New Jersey. Connecticut mainly, but New York, Connecticut.
Okay. All right. That's hard. Yeah, so I can see that culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? We just don't walk around in linen suits. You know,
Mm.
my grandfather, yeah, I can see that. My grandfather, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how we dressed back then. We dressed like we was going to church. You know what I'm saying? Or we were
Yeah.
going to, yeah. But yeah, I don't think that defines us, and I think that's sometimes the problem. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
here let me just add a little bit of clarity. So what I'm talking about is not in terms of even the suits, but just in terms of what we're wearing. And I mean, you said it yourself, your dress harkens back to when you were younger. I mean, in the clear distinction, we could still wear Balenciaga, right? But like there's a point where we have to grow it up, right? That's why when you go to like Macy's, they have the men's section and they have the young men's section, right? So that's all I mean. I don't even mean that we have to wear, the linen suit. The only reason I use the suit is because that's a very like easy visual distinction,
Yes,
right? Um, but yeah, so like Tiffany is saying, um, the aesthetic is just kind of growing it up a little bit, right? So that my attire does not look like I'm 26, right? So I don't look like I hang out with 26-year-olds on the regular, right? Or if I do hang out with 26-year-olds, I'm being impressionable to them. They're not impressing upon me.
absolutely.
But that's all I meant.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see that. And I do talk. To, I like. I do. I feel young. I don't feel old. In so many ways, I do. And I talk to younger dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I talk to them like they're my age. I've talked to my kids like they was my age when I was young. You know, I didn't boo boo and cuckoo and caca my kids. You know what I'm saying? I talk to them in the way that I wish my parents talked to me to let me know life is real and it's not about Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. And it's about establishing wealth. Stop being broke. You know what I'm saying? Providing for kids that you're gonna make. And life is just bigger. So I get that. So I got a partner. You know what I'm saying? He's 21. That I kick it with. When I'm with my older dudes, I invite them over. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on through. Play some Madden, play some 2K, play some dominoes. Talk shit. And yeah, we lean on him. You know what I'm saying? He clearly ain't got much to teach us, unless we talk about Madden or 2K. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, we pouring experience into him. You know what I'm saying? Hoping he make better decisions than we did. But I think one of the problems was that we look at younger people as younger people to the point where, because when I was 15, I had to be grown. I had to get my own clothes, my own food, find my own place and stuff. But there was a wall that I would hit because I was 15 and people would just assume I was stupid. And I got the youngest child complex where you're the youngest and everybody think you're dumbest. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was faster than all my other brothers. But yeah, but I don't got no problem with it. Just to lead off with that, that was my only thing. Tiff says we judge all women on how she dress, looks, and overall appearance. Uh, like I said, there's no absolutes. I get that. I get that. But there's levels to it. If you're
Hey,
out,
I'll be back in a minute.
okay, please do. I appreciate your presence, bro. If you're out with your ass cheeks out, I think I'm safe to assume a few things. You know, I just wouldn't want that representing me. But what I'm saying is that you can't. You have to learn people. You have to learn people and their experience, what they will and what they won't do, because you'll be surprised. Trust me. Um, Let me get back here. I know what was it. But this quote, truly powerful women don't explain why they won't respect. They simply don't engage those who don't give it to them. And that, I could get that. And I wouldn't even keep that secluded to women. I think powerful people, you know what I'm saying? Majority of the time, just won't engage with people that they don't see fit engaging in. I think that's but what makes a person judge them by that? Like you say, if you see somebody in a suit, you see somebody in a short set with a hoodie, who do you feel is worth engaging? You know what I'm saying? I would say both until I learn the characteristics of it. That's just it. Men will not respect a woman that dressed the way she did when she was in her late teens, early 20s. I think that's changing. I can see that. But I see a lot of older women dressing young. You know, the clothes is there, the ability to get the hair is there, the lashes is there, and that's what they doing. And I don't see dudes just looking at them as whores because of that. Either dudes just look at all women as whores, or it's different caveats to it. But yeah, but I can definitely get the flip side of that, because a man dressing like a mature man is attracted to a woman who's looking to buy a home, who's looking, because she wants to see that responsibility, that togetherness. Like, this nigga still struggling to buy clothes. You know what I'm saying? They want to do with excess money. Buying $3,000 suits. Let me not afford $2,000 in rent or mortgage. You know?
Be understanding and have a conversation that's going to lead to compromise. It's like you want argument, and this is where black women get this angry black woman mentality from, because this is how you are portrayed on television, and you have been tricked into this whole thing. And this is what you have to understand. You have to pay attention to what you have been given, what they're giving you, as far as the who you should appeal to, who you should be with, and if the culture is pushing a negative man for you to be with, it's something you definitely shouldn't follow. But again, when you sit back and just really think about it, it's so many people who I just know personally, and so many situations that I know about, where you have women waiting for some dude to get out of prison. You know what I'm saying? Or a woman who is, has Section 8 or welfare, living in a house where she has a grown man living with her, and she's taking care of her kids and this grown man. And it's like, what's going on? And we don't understand how the trap has been set up for women to be with this wrong man, to have kids, to accept welfare because he doesn't have a job and she doesn't really have a job like that, and her situation is going to force her to try to do better in life. But because it's so many roadblocks ahead, she's going to be forced to continually take welfare. If you are taking welfare, if you're being comfortable in that HUD, PHA, or excuse me, housing authority, whatever it's called in your city, if you're taking comfort in that government housing, you got money for food, they helping you pay the rent, and it's comfortable, and you got a man taking advantage of that, what you are doing is you are not being successful. You are not in a position.
Now, like I say, there's no absolutes. Can't blanket this. Yes, those situations are prominent, but women dealing with men out in prison isn't absolutely a red flag. Women on welfare with a dude living with them doesn't mean he's taking advantage of them. Doesn't mean she's comfortable. But I can't argue against the majority. That's just it. That we need food, clothing, and shelter. And what's those answer for you? Then you have to find it internally yourself to say, well, I won't find her food, clothing, and shelter. I want, vacations. I want um, uh, whatever you may have to push you out of that box and say, okay, now that these things are taken care of, let me create some things. So I have to disagree with him on that, while not being able to argue against the majority point. I get that.
Position to create generational wealth that's going to challenge racism, white supremacy. So again, you have to understand why things are given to you. They're given to you so you can fail. But you have this music now that is driving women more towards the guy who she shouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't get that. They're given to you to fail. I guess if you're focusing right on white supremacy, I can see that. Because people who don't have will go without, and there's the people that don't have that will go get. And if you have a group of people that don't have that will go get, they found out how to get it, and they come back and teach the game to everybody else. And then you have a collective of competing black people. And I could see, okay, we'll just give this to them, and they'll be okay, to stop the competitiveness. Where it's like, okay, well, I don't have to compete. I could just be here and practice love, and practice religion, and practice art, and practice all these things that, if I don't monetize it, really don't get me out of the condition that I'm in. So, you got to think about that side too.
Be with the bad boy. He's promoted, and he's promoted and lift up as being someone who black women should be with. And the square is a square, and he's not appealing, and he's not cool or what have you. And it is what it is. But then on top of the music the music is already promoting you to be with this wrong type of guy. It's at the same time telling you to basically question him, to cheat on him, and to do all kinds of things yourself that would be questionable within a relationship, that basically would drive a separation between y'all, distrust. So when you start listening to a lot of these songs and what they're talking about, it's like, why are a lot of these songs geared towards the black relationship or relationships? And you start listening to, why are these songs talking so much about us killing each other, or calling black women bad names, or every black woman is a whore and this and that? Why are the hip hop songs so much geared towards this and not any kind of other uplifting music? So when you start listening to songs like old school stuff like Creep, remember that song TLC, Creep, keep it on the down low. Destiny Child, as I talked about before, telling women to date soldiers. If his status ain't hood, he got to be street if he looking at me. It's crazy. Ladies, leave your man at home. Club is full of ballers. Remember, Escape had that song, My Little Secret. Keisha Cole's had I Should Have Cheated. You had Unfaithful, Rihanna. Remember that song? Jasmine Sullivan had that song, In Love with Another Man. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And it's not just women who's singing about, cheating, it's men as well. So you get a lot of times women always say that, I don't listen to the word.
Absolutely. Tiff says if a woman doesn't give a man a chance who wouldn't be considered the better choice, then she'll hear that speech about men deserving a chance because he may need a woman to build him. That's absolutely that. That's, like I say, that's part of, I would say, the game. But the game is built off of reality. You have to look real to be able to play the game. You have to have that little bit of truth to be able to sell the greater lie. So people need people to build them. People need institutions and systems to build them. And institutions and systems are built out of people. So there you go. It just depends on who needs help and who can provide help and resources in what departments. You may need to build someone on the outside. You may need to build someone on the inside. Even men promote the bad boy. Look how they backed Future over Russell Wilson. That's a very contemporary conversation. I think is in the future we'll be able to dissect that more. But it's like, yes, men promote the bad boy a lot of the time because, well, like I say, even if someone introduces you to something, it's up to you to take it and make it yours. That's just it. But it gets to a point where there's so much value in being the bad boy. You're going to pick up some of those tendencies. You're going to say, well, the least I could do is mean mug niggas, not speak to niggas. Because you're walking around all day and you got a polite face on and you're saying, peace to you. What's going on, brother? How you doing, brother? What's up, brother? And then, dude, that's the bad boy. You say, what's up, brother? You say, nigga, do I know you? And you be like, damn, I just got hold, right? Because he right, I don't know him, and I spoke to him. And what you speaking to me for, fam? What you want? You know what I'm saying? Do I know you? So you might pick that up and stop speaking to niggas. All right, well, that's the bad boy that I am. Fuck niggas, I ain't finna speak to nobody. They also had Destiny Child Cater to You. Absolutely. Doesn't take away from his point, but, does provide for the clear understanding argument that, Destiny Child has songs that were encouraging to relationships also. Not just Destiny Child, but, I'm pretty sure you can pull up all the women that he put up, the groups, and find something that was, correlating to that. The game that is intended for black women to lose, not gain. Well, lose what? Because, they're gaining some things, they're losing some things, but, and it's which group of black women, because not all black women are the same. So it's like the Sukianas is gaining respect, and the opposite type woman who doesn't participate in those things are losing respect. You know, but they're gaining resources. They're gaining, you know what I'm saying? Uh, money to get resources. But yeah, it's just yeah. It depends. There's wins and there's losses to be had. Trust me. What was his point?
Words. And one of the things, as I talked about before, make no mistake, this music is more than just music. It is planting subliminal messages within your brain. It's bypassing the frontal lobe. And I talked about this scientifically, and I even had doctors explain this as well.
I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. Knowing about the science, how the body works and reacts to vibration, reacts to tones, reacts to colors, reacts to, different type of uh, physical things that you can't really explain or see. But yeah, it was something about the hertz being changed, the tempo, this, that, and the other. Using wind instruments versus using drums, and using electric guitar versus the violin. You know what I'm saying?
It's science. It's just, it is what it is. Music breaks through all the defenses of the brain, plain and simple. So the message that's attached to the music, you will pick it up subconsciously and you will act it out in the real world. It's basically what we are seeing. But to most people, that's too spooky. That's just not possible. But we see it all day. So you get a lot of black women that always say, well, I just dance to the beat. I don't really listen to the words. And the thing is, you got black men who listen to the words. You got black men that listen to the lyrics, and the lyrics is calling you bitches and hoes and sluts and thoughts and all kinds of derogatory names. It is saying that you are a gold digger. The music is saying not to trust you, that you a cheater. The music is calling you all kinds of names, and then you two come together with this understanding. And again, it's sabotage. It's destroying the black family, and the woman is basically supposed to be running that black household and keeping everything in order while the man goes out and basically provides for his family and creates an opportunity where the woman can do so as well. If you have a man contributed to the household the way he's supposed to, then a woman can go out and contribute as well. Things are supposed to work. It's not supposed to be, a hierarchy. And you know how, those of us who do study Kemet, we always put the woman up higher than the man. So if the woman is sabotaged, if she's doing everything wrong, it's going to trickle down. Plain and simple. You can find the most craziest, sick person out there. Most of them love their mom. If they love their mom, it's just the weirdest thing. If they grew up in that type of family, a lot of people love their mom. Mom is the one. It's always been that way. When you destroy mom, when you sabotage her, the family is basically doomed. So I just want you to think about what I've said so far, just so far, the little bit I've talked about, and really pay attention to the things that lead to the stuff we talk about, the stereotypes. Oh, all successful black men always sell out and get white women, or it's something wrong with interracial dating or what have you. You've been set up, women, black women. You've been set up. You've been tricked, and you got to think about that when you say stuff like this. You got to pay attention. So one, again, is to destroy the black family. Plain and simple. Racism, white supremacy. Destroy the black family. Destroy the foundation of generational wealth. So again, if you have a culture that's telling you to go out there, leave the square alone, Go after the drug dealer. Go after the guy whose status is hood, the guy who's street. Go after that guy. That's the baller. That's the guy you want. The guy who sell drugs in and out of prison. This is the guy who's promoted. Meanwhile, you have the square who bust his ass, who worked hard, grinded through college, got a good position, or who had some kind of skills in sports. He had to do good in school to keep his, collegiate scholarship. So he's labeled a square, but he ends up in the NBA. He goes to college or what have you, ends up in professional sports. And he's surrounded by women from a different race that's telling him they like him for him. They like him because he has potential. They see the potential in him. They see that he's trying to do something great. He's a hard worker and he's a nice guy. And then when these men have no choice but to accept the woman that's going to accept him for what he is, and he marries another woman of another race, then you have people throw their hands up like he's a sellout or he's sold out. And I know a lot of people ain't going like that. A lot of people have a problem with that, but you got to pay attention. It's sabotage. You've been set up. You've been tricked. They don't want you to have those men, which is clear. Because when you see these celebrities that got these white women, they parade them out in front of the cameras for you black women to see.
Shout out
So y'all can see, oh, well, these niggas ain't no good. They sold out. Well, what do you expect him to do when the black woman that he's trying to be with don't want him? It's just that simple. So you got to pay attention to the sabotage. And it's so big and deep right now. Because one, when you start messing with the heads of black men as far as sex sells.
before he gets into that, I'll say the overall concept that I see in the majority of the conversations is your intended audience. Who are you speaking to? If you're looking for a woman through rap songs, if you're looking through a woman through poetry, if you're looking through a woman through writing, there's intended audiences. So, no. You know what I'm saying? No, the thing is, when I look throughout all these conversations about the manosphere, there's a decent person talking to a lesser decent person about being more decent on both sides. The men who got their shit together are talking about the women who don't got their shit together. The women who got their shit together are complaining about the men who don't got their shit together. And it's like, yeah. Now, of course, there's the correlation of women and men who both got their shit together arguing with each other, and men and women who don't got their shit together arguing with each other. But the more prominent, the more ones that I see being frontal to me, like Andrew Tate, and I guess it was Kevin Samuels and all these other dudes like that. I don't know them. I don't know them. I don't watch them. I'm just not attracted to the conversation. I gotta be honest. I'm not attracted to the people that's having the conversations in those instances. I'm just not. But it's like there's a collective of women waiting for Andrew Tate to get his shit together so they can marry him. Right? You know what I'm saying? No matter how they're expressing it. There's a collective of women waiting on piece of shit men who've made it to stop being pieces of shit so that they can, have a decent life. Travel, go out eat, go out party, and don't have to pay the whole bill. You know what I'm saying? They're okay with paying half the bill. A lot of them. They're like, shoot, we go out, we blow 1,500. I got 8. He got 7. I got 7. He got, 8. Shit, we good. We winning. But yeah, it's the intended audience that I see is the problem. Because obviously there's men out there who are decent, who either got their shit together, don't, but they're decent. There's women out there that's decent. The thing is, like I said, the monetary system again. Because, like the sister said, and just to It says the 90s is over. Drug dealers don't make money anymore. They always choose a woman who has more today. Drug dealers no longer buy their mama house like the 90s. And I would say the 90s is where that drug shit died. If you got dimes of crack in your pocket after the 90s, you're losing. Thing is, there's levels to this shit, and niggas do got keys. Niggas is bringing in 40, 50, $60,000. It's just, they not fucking with us. They're not our friends. You're not a dating option for them. But it's women out there that know how nigga touch 50, 60,000, within a, nice amount of time. A month, 2 months, 3 months, But then there's an aspect of, no, it's not drug dealing, it's scamming. It's knowing them electrical devices and credit cards. You know what I'm saying? It's still the criminal entity, But niggas is still out here buying food off crack, buying shoes off crack, and, buying good times. Let's go to the movies, let's go out to eat, let's go out to dance off crack. And there's still women in that market area that's like, this is good enough for me. Yeah, that's it. So let's see what. Oh no, what was the other comment? I think black people are dominated because the rest of the world looks as the man to lead, and it trickles down to the woman. True, that is an aspect of it, and I would say a major aspect of it. If black men just played the game, shit could be immediately. We could see immediate results, bettering the condition of the black woman. If black men just, what I'm describing is playing the game, which is jumping into the monetary system like it's God. And that's what black men ain't doing. That's what black people ain't doing. We're not putting money over God. But if we went and put money over God and was like, fuck my morals, fuck the morals of those around me, this is life. Yes, but the thing is, we are spiritual people. We just can't shake it. We're not a atheistic people. And when it comes down to waking up every morning, going to sleep every night, being born and dying, we don't give a fuck about money. That comes after we wake up. Before we go to sleep. After we're born, before we die. In those little periods where we at, where life says, hey, you want water? You want lights? You want clothes? You want to be socially accepted by this and not be a dusty, no haircut having, no clean socks, no $3,000 suit? Motherfucker. Then we know we got to compete. But like I say, people have levels of comfortability. Well, I'm paying the bills, I'm good. When I'm paying the bills and I'm buying clothes, I'm good. When I'm paying the bills, I'm buying clothes, I'm buying food, I'm good. There's levels of it. And then, of course, you get to the people who say, no, I need a, $250,000 brick. You know what I'm saying? House somewhere. Yeah. But the thing is, the nations that control the world are set up by bankers and banks. That's facts. Money controls the world. Who controls the money? So you have to play the game of those who control the money. And black people ain't got it in them to send 200, 300 workers from some warehouse home right before Christmas, letting them know they lost their pension and we don't know what you're going to do. You're laid off, no Christmas pay, no Christmas bonuses, and your pension gone. We don't got it in us to do that. It takes too much money to pay motherfuckers to do that shit. We're not that evil yet. We'll get there. You give us enough time, we'll get there. But there's always a greater evil. And you can't out evil. And we were not the creators of evil. So when we get into our systems, we put the women first. The women put the men first. We understand that. That's why I say I didn't. When he said in Kemet they put the woman higher, they put the woman equal. You see the large statues of the men, you see the large statues of the women. When you see the men sitting on the throne, you see the women sitting on the throne. 250-foot statue of a man, 250-foot statue of a woman. So, that was that duality. We understood that. But as a man, looking at what a woman is, and you give her sperm, she takes that sperm, forms a life inside her, forms a whole flesh body out of it, and then at some point in time, a soul, a spirit, an energy jumps into that body, and we are born and experience it. As a man looking at a woman do that, that's top of the line. That's that. Now, what a woman look at a man for, I can see protection. You know what I'm saying? There's that make sure no one punches me, kills me, threatens my kids, threatens my home, threatening things that we own. That's inferior than a motherfucker. That's inferior than a motherfucker. So, clearly, the women being the moral guide, the closer connection to the spiritual side, the closer connection to God, the creator. Because women go to church and get the Holy Ghost. I don't see men going to church getting the Holy Ghost. Not straight men. So it's like, I don't see no men sweating, passing out, speaking another language, talking about I got hot and I left my body and I saw me floating over my body. I've seen women have spiritual fucking experiences every Sunday. And men not have one. I heard a voice when I was a child. I had an experience with a voice. I didn't see nothing. I didn't feel nothing. But I heard something and I reacted to it and it reacted to me, and then my bed fell. It told me, hold on to the bed. I said, huh? It said, hold on to the bed. I held the bed and my bed collapsed. So I know that there's something greater, And even without that testimony is, people come from people. People come from vaginas. What created the first vagina? Something greater than money. So that's just not a disloyalness that I'm willing to have. That's not a disobedience I'm willing to have. That's why I don't play with the man religions like that, because it's lying on the creator. And if you lie on the creator in any instance, you cross the line. That's just something we can't play with. But shout out to Gary Moore. Shout out to Shay Bo. Yeah, I made $40,000 in the last 2 months selling life insurance. Yeah, shout out to you. I was talking about the drug dealers that make, money. But yeah, shout out to you. I really don't want to hear nothing from you but how to make $40,000. I don't really want your life advice or relationship advice, none of that. I want to hear you speak on how to make $40,000 in 6 months. I think that would be the value that you could add. Suave, many of is have spiritual experience. We be scared to talk about it, bro. And that's the thought I had when I said that. Yeah, I can imagine that a lot of men have spirit, but it's just not encouraged to talk about that shit for a nigga to be like, man, I felt something touch me. What's up, bro? I felt something touch me and I got hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm laughing at it now. But the fact is, I believe that men do have spiritual experience, but women have it every Sunday. Every Sunday. Sometimes twice a week. A woman catch the Holy Ghost at the grocery store. A woman catch the Holy Ghost in the bedroom. A woman catch the Holy Ghost in the living room watching a court TV show. Some may be extreme, but it's adjacent. I've seen women catch the Holy Ghost every Sunday. And I'll be like, why we don't go home and do that? Let's all go home and do that. If y'all can come here and do that, let's go home and do that. And I can imagine that if you talk to your great grandmother, her grandmother used to go home and do that. take your little bad ass somewhere and put hands on you and cry and chant and dance, and it would transfer into something physical. You know what I'm saying? Get into my pseudo shit. So let's get back. Spiritual relation, yeah.
It's just that simple. So you got to pay attention to the sabotage, and it's so big and deep right now because one, when you start messing with the heads of black men as far as sex sells. Sex is a huge driver. And I talked about this before how everything that the black man does, or any straight man, or any straight woman, or anybody that's interested in the opposite sex or what have you, everything we do is basically to gain favor with that woman or with that man. It's like, I want to dress up and look good for that dude, or I want to be balling to make sure I look good. I got this on for that woman. We do it for the opposite sex, plain and simple. So, one, when you're appealing to a man, sexually, you can't scroll up and down Facebook or Instagram without seeing pictures of these strippers, of women twerking. And we know now we in a big ass era. If you got a big fat ass, especially black man, we gonna go crazy. It's nothing better than that. But when you seeing that, damn, all the women who I would want to be with that got this kind of body is either a stripper, but not just that. I don't care, she got a body like this. I wouldn't want my wife or my girl to be twerking on Instagram or on Facebook. So, of course, the guy's still gonna try to talk to her, but the relationship is not going to go nowhere because
And that's the fucking problem. Being so fucking weak when it comes to a woman's body. Not having no self-phobia. He said, of course we're still going to try to talk to him. No, not of course. Not of course. Yes, the sexuality is thrown in front of you. You just threw something in front of me. I didn't choose to look at them. You threw them women in your video. So that speaking against it, just saying that's just how easy it is to run into fucking, can't even say half naked no more. It's naked. If you're in a two-piece string bikini, you're naked. Feel about your last comment. When a woman already has a man to protect her and he's not even family, it's like, what else can you do, brother? I have somebody to protect me from you. That speaks to the usefulness, like I said, how women look at men. How I just described. We look at a woman as a creator, and it's like, but what is a man for? To protect the woman. So obviously, there's a higher job than that. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm protecting you from another me. Why am I doing this? You know what I'm saying? So if we get our shit together, it's like women aren't being attacked or threatened by men. You know what I'm saying? Then we get to some real business and stop thinking that that's our primal fucking reason for existing. So, but I do agree with you. Yeah, it's like, once a woman gets a man that protect, it could be a brother, it could be a cousin, it could be a friend, it could be yeah. I don't, she's probably gonna choose to be single for longer. She's probably gonna be less committed to relationships because she's not looking for a relationship for that. She got that. So unless it's like a bag or something, because that's what it was. You protected the women in your family and you provided for the women in your family. And no man can get the women in your family without your say so. Because that you're not gonna be able to outbuy her. You're not gonna be able to outprotect her. So that's family. That's structure. You know. So yeah, nice comment. He broke the nice start. I appreciate that. But yeah, men should have more self-obedience. You shouldn't just be able to just see a woman half naked and be like, I gotta holler at her. No. I've trained myself to not be attracted to that. No. Since early, my lane was the less I paid attention to a girl, the more she wanted me. That was my game. They was playing a game, and that's my game. The loudest nigga in the room, I couldn't out loud him. The toughest nigga in the room, I couldn't out tough him. Not necessarily, especially when I was young. I was in the room with some monsters. But my thing was, eh, I just remain the one that's mysterious. You know what I'm saying? That speaks less and interacts less and don't chase them. Like, no, 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 no. That's their job. They chasing you. I ain't chasing you. You know what I'm saying? And you usually get the more decent woman that way also. You know. But yeah, you just gotta have self-obedience, man. Men have self-obedience. If you complain about weave and lashes and nails, train yourself not to be attracted to that. But you're not. Because when they come around with that body, yada yada, you're gonna lose your mind. And of course you gotta holler at her. But man, no, have more self-obedience. You don't have to holler at her. Let them go about their way. And continue to look for your way.
He don't respect you. Plain and simple. That's the sabotage. I mean, you got to really think about what's in the mind of these women who do this stuff. And everybody going to say, "Oh, it's just African dance bullshit." Let's stop that right now. We know what it is. Everybody's going to say something like that, or it's just dancing or what have you. We can't really be responsible for how men feel about us just dancing. You know what you're doing. Let's keep it real. You exciting men, plain and simple. It is what it is.
And once again,
You're getting all those messages.
the audience shooting that because it is African dancing. It is dancing. Africans have been moving their hips and their buttocks for thousands of years. The thing was, we are as men and women, but as men, haven't always been perverted. So it wasn't like we were just sitting around and all the men were stiff underneath their loincloth because the women walk around with their breast out and shaking their hips and their ass. No, no. There's something bigger than that. So, of course, we're perverse now. So it's like everything is sex. You can't say nothing now. You can't do nothing now. It's like, damn, you know. But there are a group of people who use that. Oh, it's just dance. And their intention when they use it is more than just dance, you know. But yeah, once again, just who are you talking to?
Messages and all those comments from men who not liking you for who you are. They like you because your ass. You saying to yourself, "This is what I have to offer. Here it is." It's no, my name is such and such, and I'm doing African dance. It's throw on the beat and then start twerking. It's not, "Oh, this is from the Congo, traditional African dance, and you doing it in African fucking dress." Bullshit. You know what it is. It's hood, it's street. It's the culture, hip hop. So we know what it is. Let's not pretend.
But the hood, the street, the culture, the hip hop came from ancient indigenous culture. The drums, the horns, the dances, the colors, the textures came from older cultures. The language came from older cultures. It's just that as black people, our culture was destroyed to a certain extent, sometimes, in some ways, completely. And we're just disconnected from knowing that inertly because of what your ancestors did. You're, prone to do this, good and bad. So you're prone to sing more, you're prone to dance more, you're prone to paint more, you're prone to, you know, write more. You've been doing these things. Man, so even basketball and football, I guess.
But you're doing it for comments, you're doing it for likes, you're doing it to see how many people you can get, on your jock, so to speak, you know, how many inboxes you can get. We know what's going on. So when you do that and then you finally pick a guy to be with and then the relationship goes south because he don't respect you, what do you expect? You have been set up. You have been tricked. Because you've seen Nicki Minaj or Beyonce or somebody twerking, you heard the song. Twerking is a big deal right now. You want to be popular, you start twerking, you're destroying your image. You're destroying the image of every other beautiful black woman that just happen to have a fat ass who don't want to show it to every guy. Now she got to get stereotyped because of what y'all doing. She got to be in a relationship where a guy doesn't have trust for her because she got a fat ass. Now he thinking that every single guy that she talks to, of course, is on her top or she cheating or something like that. this is the sabotage. This is driving a wedge in the black relationship. It is driving a wedge in communication and trust. And it's a setup. So again, racism, white supremacy don't want you to have these pro athletes. They don't want you to be with these superstars. And you can't blame a person for who they fall in love with in truth. Plain and simple. So, I have two kids. I have a son and a daughter by African women. My daughter's mother is from Liberia. They black, just as black as me, my kids. And my son is a little bit lighter, but they black. They have black mom, black dad. But I have dated outside my race before, and it wasn't on the oh, I just want to see, or I'm done with black women. I hate black women. That's bull crap. I love black women to death. It's just when you get into these relationships that's driven by this culture and you're not with the culture, it's tough to be in a relationship with people who stuck in that mindset. And then it's like, with other black women, that you try to be with, they may not appeal to you in every way. I'm from the hood. I like women from the hood. I'm not gonna hold you. I like girls from the hood who but I like them to be kind of sort of sophisticated, lady, that know how to keep it in and
See the. I like women from the hood, but I want them to act as if they're not from the hood. When there's a whole group of women from the hood that don't act like they from the hood, but just like those dudes are lame, those women are lame. Or they, what they say, a woman in the street and a freak in the bed. Yeah, you got to do some things in the street to become a freak in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Woman have to go out there and gain the experience to be what a man wants her to be in the bed. Now, how's she gonna gain that experience? You ain't been with it. You're 30. You're 20 something. So it's like, once again, one crowd of people talking to another crowd of people they shouldn't even be talking to. Everybody's waiting on the worst person to become better. We're not valuing the people that's already better. I'm a lame looking for a gangster. You a lame looking for a gangster. Yeah, that sums up a lot of these conversations.
don't got to show the world everything, and got to have all the attention on her, what have you. But we like what we like, and you can't really expect the person to settle if they don't have to. And that's the thing. You can't help who you fall in love with. And it's either you're going to be lonely waiting for that right person to come, or you're going to accept who's going to accept you. Or if you luck up and find somebody who fits the criteria, that is what you're looking for, but they're outside your race, then it is what it is. You have to be with who you feel like you can be with. And what we do in the black community is we point the finger at a lot of these brothers who have done this, and we shun them and we talk down to them, and we say you sold out.
I think dating is something that we need to find value in. We don't date. We meet people, we get in relationships. That happens. Some very beautiful, meant to be relationships happen that way. But in your meantime, date. Go out with people. Hey, you want to go on a date? I have a group of friends, you can be my specific other, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and other. You see other people, I see other people. I don't know who, it doesn't mean sleeping with each other. It doesn't necessarily mean sleeping with each other. No, we don't sleep with each other. Well, y'all do. But date. You don't have to be fucking lonely or in a committed relationship for the rest of your fucking life. No, there's room in between that. Date. In a healthy fashion. I think if you're not in a relationship, you shouldn't be sexually active. If you're just dating, you shouldn't just be, meeting people and saying, hey, let's go out on a date, and you end up sleeping with them. But like I said, it happens. But yeah, utilize that. I think that's promising.
Out for whatever reason, when you got to understand, we've all been set up. We've all been set up. And you can't just expect the person to basically live by what you think is appropriate for black people when all black people don't do that. It is what it is. You got to understand the setup, the trap, and we have to perpetuate what's true to us. It's just that simple. You got to just do what's true to you and what you feel is right for you, not what everybody else thinks.
And that's a fact. That is a fact. We do. But with that, we also have to accept other people. So, when you're doing you and what makes you happy, and people are doing them and what makes them happy, you got to accept that. You can't want them to change to make you happy. Therefore, doing what you do to make yourself happy, living how you want to live, it's kind of come in conflict with the way that other people are going to live. And you can't ignore that while trying to build a social structure. That's just it. You can't say everyone living your happiness and then complain when your happiness is intruded by somebody's happiness. There's a balance of things. There's a balance of things. Within your happiness, it's going to be uncomfortable. The thing is, you have to be happy within that. You can't let it be. It's not surface. Let me see. Negroes are scared. Shout out to Tip. Said to date because a lot of adults know how to be a proper adult. Okay. Negroes are scared to date because a lot of adults don't know how to be a proper adult. No matter the background, many don't know how to act. Yeah. And that reminds me of your other comment about you have to have all the boxes checked. Well, no one has all the boxes checked. And no one, has the same boxes as priority. So it's like there may be, the same with, food, clothing, shelter. But then it goes in the other boxes, so it's like some people are like, as long as you got these boxes checked, I'm good. Because I got all these boxes checked. And then the other person says, well, I don't have all those boxes on my list, but I do have other boxes that you don't want to check. And that's when the critical thinking comes in. Is this person worth taking these boxes off or adding these boxes on? And as you find yourself saying yes and yes more, then I think you're logically ending up in a healthy relationship with somebody that you can more than tolerate. So yeah, I think the fear of dating comes from the fact that men get very uncomfortable when it comes to women's sexuality. So it's like, and people are territorial. So it's like, if I see you out on a date with another dude and we just went out on a date, you know what I'm saying, with the definition of, to a lot of people, which it doesn't have to be, of a date is, having experiences with someone to hopefully lead to a monogamous relationship. I'm dating you in hopes that you become mine. But that don't got to be the case all the time. Like, no, I'm I might not even see you as someone that I will marry, but I can see you as someone that I will go out with and have a good time and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Let's go out. Of course, if we're out on a date, I'm not being interested in any other women that I respect. The fact that you don't ever get interested in any other men. I think that's more the fear in dating, where men would see a woman that they dated another dude. And of course, vice versa. Yeah. I'm saying be able to stand on your own feet before you tell me how to fly. Oh yeah, absolutely. But like I say, different people have different definitions of being on their own feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some people don't even. That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, that's a fact.
And the same goes for black women as well. And black women get that label when they start messing with white men. Black women get called sellouts, or you acting like a white girl for these white men. You didn't act like that with a black man. And again, it's a setup. It's the way the culture is driving you to react to your own people. We have been set against each other to destroy the foundation for generational wealth. It's just that simple. So notice when you see a lot of black families. I mean, I try to tell people all the time, I promote family. I promote unity and marriage. I like all that stuff. Those are good things because they keep you grounded. Notice when you have a lot of people that's married and like real serious relationships, they got their shit together. When you got two people, it's like, okay, well, I got a wife to support, I got kids, I got to do what I got to do. It gets real. So you go out and you work hard and you want to take your kids out and your wife out on vacation. You want to do stuff. So you work extra hard. You do what you got to do because, family is that foundation. And if you do right with that, with your family, I mean, as you go along, everything can just be right. And you can build wealth, in your lifetime that can be passed down to your kids, and then they can build it up even more and pass it down and so on and so forth. This is how generational wealth begins with the family. If you sabotage that, if you destroy that, if you trick the people of that race, you're going to get the result that we are seeing today, in the black community. And if you don't understand what's going on and why things are this way, then it's the reason why nothing has changed. So now it really takes a really strong, conscious black woman to see the potential of a black man who doesn't have much. It takes a conscious black woman to understand white supremacy and see that she is being tricked and the traps that's in front of her and to not fall victim of that. You have to be conscious. Most of you women who are watching, black women, you are conscious. You are trying to be conscious. You are understanding what has been going on with black people. And you need to understand that. I get it. Life is tough. Life is hard. It's a bitch. And we go through so many tough things in life. Sometimes you just want to relax and have fun. So you want to go out to the club with your friends. You want to enjoy yourself and have a good time, blast music and everything like that. But you do so not understanding the message that's attached to this music and what it's saying and what it's doing to you in that situation. It is causing you to make bad calls. It is tricking you. It is messing with your judgment. It is playing with your emotions. Seriously, this is what it's doing. And you got to realize that. I mean, it's like one of the weirdest things that I heard. I never believed this even when I was younger. When black women always say, oh, well, the best sex comes from thugs, thug loving. Like as if men who are successful don't have good sex. It's like, damn, it's like you don't got a big dick if you ain't a thug. What the hell is going on? So this is one of the things that drives the culture, that drives women to do what they're doing. You know, sex is better. I want rough, crazy, wild, and the only people who can give me that is this thug, gangster, ex-con. And I mean, think about that. Just think about what I just said. How crazy does that sound? It doesn't even sound like it's something that black women would do, but this is what we're seeing. This is what we are seeing still today. And again, I'm gonna keep saying it. Y'all been sabotaged. Y'all been tricked. And you got to wake up and realize that. So now we have black women. We are not getting the image of you as a strong, powerful woman. They're not giving us that no more. Now, one of the things, if I do got to pick something that I like about Empire, it's Cookie and how strong she is as a black woman, but it's really in the wrong ways. But she's strong, she's smart when you understand like that character, but we're not getting that type of one. I would have loved for Cookie, a character like Cookie to be like a lawyer, had been out there, like in the legal system, crushing it for black people or something like that. That's an image black women need to see. Or, as a black woman fighting for, black awareness and black history and trying to get rid of racism, white supremacy, something to that effect. Of course, something we won't see on Fox, but they have turned you guys into sex symbols, and that's basically what we see. I mean, it's sex symbols, all about sex and fat asses right now. That's what's going on, and it's like a lot of you women can't even compare to the type of woman that they putting out there on social media right now. Everything is about her ass this, her ass that. Women's getting injections, getting lips done, ass, titty, everything, to fit this culture, to appease this consciousness that we putting out. And it's a negative one.
And that's why I place the accountability back on us. You have to have your own culture. You can't participate in this culture because it's the destruction is causing. You know what you have to be. And you're agreeing to be it by going into the culture. So it can't be about the money, it can't be about the sex, it can't be about the violence. It has to be about something bigger than that. Hey, beautiful. It has to be about something way deeper than that. So you can't just be a child and attracted to colors and sounds and shapes to the point where you don't, you're not conscious of what you're doing, the decisions you're making. So even if somebody puts something out there, I can understand that. I know what happened, but it you can't let it be that simple, man. You got to have more self obedience in there.
And it's going to create nothing but pain in your life. It's going to create nothing but bad decisions. That's going to lead you to be unsuccessful. And you're going to have these women who are going to sit up here and say, "Well, I do all this stuff and I'm still successful." Well, that's you, and you deserve a round of applause. But it's not going to happen with everybody. Something in your life guided you the right way. You made right decisions. So I can't really put you in the same category as the rest of these women. You just did what was right for yourself, you know. But most majority of women who fell victim to this, especially the era when I grew up, the 80s, 90s, yeah, we've seen what's been going on with, what happened. And I can look at a lot of my friends now and they see these situations and where they at and remember like them chasing after the woman that they are still with today. I mean, that they have a relationship today because of kids, but not being in an actual relationship. It's like, I remember a few friends chasing after girls like, I want her, got her, kids, the relationship just didn't work. Now it's a baby mom, it's a baby dad. And this is, I mean, we have a word for it. The simple fact that we have that word, that term, baby mom, baby dad, tells you exactly what I'm talking about is true and that this thing has been working for years. We have even come to basically glorify that, to say it a lot, to use it so much. Baby mom, baby dad, baby mom, baby dad. Nobody says husband and wife too much anymore. It's baby mom, baby dad. And then we got to answer those questions and explain why. Because you got into a relationship with a person out of lust, not love, and the relationship didn't work out because there was no trust there. There was no real love in the beginning, just lust. And you guys didn't have trust for each other, but you had a kid. It don't sound right. It sounds stupid. What? You didn't have trust for each other, but you had a baby. How the hell did that work? How y'all do that? But this is what we see.
And once again, like I said, the intended audience that you're speaking for is like, sure, that happens. But then there's the people who got into these relationships committing to them motherfuckers for what they thought was forever. It wasn't, I don't like this person, but I'm still gonna have a baby with this person. A lot of the times it was, what younger people consider marriage. So I, of course the point is there, but who you talking to? I wish it was a higher conversation. I wish it really spoke to um, people who are past that adolescent mentality.
This is what we see. And I can't point the finger because it happened to me, which is why I can convey it to you. I know I've been through it. I understand.
Which isn't true. Um, People can convey messages in play in areas in which they failed. A lot of the times people know better because they actually went through it and failed. It's not just the people that went through it and succeeded. You got to be aware of both. So yeah,
Got two
just don't make the same mistake as them, but you know.
kids. So, I know how it goes. And it's one of the things that helped me see the sabotage and the setup. And it's like when you in a relationship with a person that you think is everything is going so well and perfect and right, but you're getting played the whole time. And it's like, you know, my whole thing I always thought about with relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever like that is how could you be in a relationship with somebody and then do them dirty like that? It's like, how could you do that? That means we was never really friends in the first place, or you didn't love me in the first place. It's like, how can you stab me in the back for no reason based off the culture? And that's what it is. It's because the culture is telling you, leave your man at home. Your girlfriends want to go out where the ball is at. They ain't got men. They ain't got faithful, good men. So they want to drag you out to the club and put you in a situation where it's going to test your relationship. So now you're so busy trying to defend yourself to your boyfriend or girlfriend that y'all end up arguing, not trusting each other. And now you feel like that person is cheating. So you go do the same and, everything falls in the end.
And once again, intended audience, like, because I can imagine people do stuff for what they consider love for some people say they're in love with two people. You have to dissect that. I had to be aware of the culture that, people was just wicked motherfuckers, disloyal motherfuckers. They thought for themselves while using terms like word, love, and forever, and marriage, and kids, and stuff like that. But they were still willing to just do some bullshit while being in a serious relationship. So yeah, that point is hella prevalent. But just to speak to the latter, it's like um, not everybody moves off that intention, that game, but it definitely is there.
It's a trap. It's a setup. It's just that simple. And put you in a situation where it's going to test your relationship. So now you're so busy.
And that's another point that I wanted to make. If you're in a relationship with somebody, I think you both should know how serious that is. It's not a light thing. So first of all, love conquers all. There's nothing greater than love. So it's like, if you love your girl and she loves you, no matter what happens, like, that other shit falls away. If your girl goes out with her single friend and she loves you, not just saying the feeling of, but her actions show. Her girl gonna stop going out with her because she not being what she need her to be for the night. She's not being flirtatious with the dude. She's not being promising of another experience with dude, so she can't use her to sell herself, or she's just not being that, component to that they usually be. So they get unattracted to that. Well, I guess I'll holler at you, in a different setting, surrounding, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the club shit, they not gonna, keep putting up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they look at it as hate, and it's the same thing with dudes. The dude that go out and he's in a committed relationship. Dudes don't call me to go to strip club. Dudes don't call me to go cheat. Dudes don't call me with other women because that's just not the experience they're trying to have. So you don't have to automatically distrust your girl because she goes out with a single friend. I guess you can have a conversation of, what attracts her to doing that still. You know what I'm saying? But you have to have that conversation and see the logic behind it. You may only understand it as a man, you know what I'm saying? You going out to get fucked. That's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? So have a look behind the veil. Shout out to Catnip Squad in the building.
You're trying to defend yourself to your boyfriend or girlfriend that y'all end up arguing, not trusting each other, and now you feel like that person is cheating, so you go do the same, and everything falls in the end. It's a trap. It's a setup. It's just that simple. Racism and white supremacy do not want us to be together. That is clear. And if we don't start understanding that, we never gonna be able to fix and repair the black relationship, and see more successful, black families creating generational wealth. So now another thing is, y'all women got to start letting these dudes go. These deadbeats, y'all got to start getting rid of them. Seriously. And a lot of women think because they got 3 kids with one guy, but he's dead or in prison, then they meet a new guy and have 1 kid with him, and they trying to hold on to this one guy, hoping that he take care of all the kids. But this dude ain't got no job. You get up, go to work. You got to take the kids to daycare or to school, whatever like that. You're in Section 8 house or welfare house or something like that. And, you come home, this dude ain't clean up the house. He playing video games all day. He ain't helping you pay bills. But you holding on to this dude for what? Because y'all got a kid together. He a deadbeat. He ain't really doing nothing. He living off your situation. And this is what we're seeing a lot in the black community. Everybody, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anybody that's really from the hood, you see this. You might be one of them dudes or one of them girls. Get rid of these deadbeats, man, because they're not contributing to your house. They're not putting you in a position where it's going to benefit you and your kids and start to create generational wealth. They're taking advantage of the situation. And in a lot of cases, these dudes will knock you up. Like, well, she already got 3. Might as well give her 1 more. She'll take care of that little nigga until I try to figure something out. But this is going to be my key to have a place to live, a place to squat where me and my homies can come. And they don't really respect you, and they out cheating on you, doing all kinds of stuff. And I hear these stories too much.
A lot. But like I said, it's the same point I made earlier. that isn't always the example. Be conscious of that. Be very fucking aware of that. And yeah, if she got 3 kids, maybe it's not the best decision to give up 4. And you're still on what is supposed to be temporary assistance. And sometimes people do that successfully. They use temporary assistance temporarily to, you know, not have to pay rent, not have to pay medical, not have to buy a certain amount of food. And they take that money and they save that money and they invest in a home, a car to get a better job and work their way up out of that. Yeah, nobody should be, you know, comfortable enough in that situation to like think that's a retirement plan. But yeah, especially if you're a man, you have to think as developing a family. You know, you have to, you just have to think in that aspect as a man for real. But yeah, if a motherfucker's just that damn dead, at that point you got to question who they with. Also, sometimes people are deserving of each other, but that just seems like a crazy ass situation where the woman is getting up, going to work, dropping the kids off, coming home, cooking, the house still dirty, cleaning, and then the dude just ranking up on the video games. Like, hey, does that still exist? Is that still a thing? Is that still a thing? And then I would ask, well, what's the interest? What's the interest? Because if he's not working, he's not cleaning, he's not helping you cook, what is the potential you're seeing? Don't know.
Too much. I know too many people in the same situation. I see them a lot, and it's like, damn. So we sabotage each other, and we got to understand what this stuff is really about. Destroying the black family. That is the goal of racism and white supremacy. Racism and white supremacy does not want you to be successful. Period. So when you got all these kids and they're giving you a culture that's allowing you to do this, and then they're paying you to basically stay ignorant, to stay unsuccessful. Here, take this welfare check. We're gonna give you food stamps. We might give you cash in some cases. We'll help you get a house so you can live and survive and live off this government system, so long as you don't go out and try to do something good for you and your children's future. Pick this drug dealer guy who acting like a baller and you're attracted to him. He appeals to you because of the culture. Pick this dude that you'll find out later is nothing. What we're seeing that's driving the culture is this hip hop. And it's doing what it's doing. Everybody knows it. They don't want to admit it because we delight in it. As I always say, how lost we must be to find entertainment in our own destruction. You can say it is what it is because it is what it is. But if you point your finger at something outside of this, then you're wrong. If you point your finger at people for something that's outside of this culture, you're wrong because it's this culture. And we don't want to let it go because it's supposed to be cool and fun and entertaining and what's in. And we don't want to let it go and say that it's wrong and say, yo, why are you rapping about, women like this? What are you doing? Why are you talking about our black women like this?
Yeah, I've never like been into like degrading women in my rap or glorifying murders in my rap. I talk about a lot of street shit, hood shit, real shit that happens. The stuff comes up, but I don't. That's not like my niche. Um, but I think the problem also, if not more so, lies in the lack of balance in the music. Because I think sometimes you do need to express what people would perceive as the negative, you know. Um, but the fact that we don't have a healthy balance of the positive is, and we're just being fed negative, negativity, constantly from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. You have to have balance. You have to turn the radio off. You have to have, the other radio station. You have to have your own personal playlist of music that, doesn't represent that mind state. I think I can imagine it's necessary. I can argue that it's not, but I can imagine that it's necessary to have both components being able to express because, people say, you don't need to bottle things up. And maybe somebody else being an artist for the purpose of that, for being a mouthpiece for the general public, sometimes just want to say, hit a motherfucker, hit a motherfucker, hit him. And then you could go on about your day and not hit a motherfucker. That's a sacrifice, I guess. But yeah, it's just an unhealthy amount of negativity that we're being funneled versus the lack of the balance and positivity. So sure.
This. Oh, why you talking about killing our brothers and sisters, cutting people heads off and all this and that, and shooting kids?
But to add to that, because like I say, the oppressed will rise up in the fiery anger. That's a line from Step Brothers, but not where they sampled it from someone. But yeah, that's like it. The people who don't have a voice, when they do get a voice, they'll go extreme with their voice. So the women who weren't able to talk and express themselves, once they were able to talk and express themselves, you can find a collective of extreme women. Um, People who aren't able to drive, motherfuckers get the ability to drive, they driving. They don't want to do nothing else but drive. And then, the thrill goes away. But it's the fact that you're not able to do something. So it's the fact that there wasn't a reflection of that mindset. Everything was, I guess you could say, positive. Everything was positive. We had very positive music. The majority of our music was positive. I think the negativity was hidden in innuendos. They used to talk about sex in a certain way, you know. Um, and then it was like somebody made a song that was like violent. And was like, damn. And then it flooded. And then it's gonna level out. It just has to level out. Moonflower in the building. Shout out to you, sis. Living Revenge in the chat. Peace to you. What's good, sis? How you doing?
How you been? I've been doing good.
Over here too. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Glad to hear that. How you feeling?
I'm feeling straight. I'm just trying to figure out like what we talking about because I'm confused.
Well, this is a video about Merkaba. I think y'all was here when I watched the video on him again. He titled "The Sabotage of the Black Woman." There's many points throughout it, but really, like the main line thing is white supremacy and the destruction of the black family. But he's speaking on the aspect. He has a sabotage of the black man, and other videos like that. But this one was specifically speaking to the sabotage of the black woman, mainly through hip hop.
But
And
spell sabotage correctly.
that would help.
Man, he didn't even spell sabotage correctly, bro. I can't take this nigga seriously at all.
Understood. Understood. I spelled it right.
Yeah, you spelled it right. That nigga didn't.
I didn't even notice that. That's crazy though. Hey, shout out to you. Hey, Moonflower, you ain't shit. Hey, shout out Afro That's Priority. But yeah, that's
Peace, family. Peace.
it. Yeah, that's it. That's what it was. So that's the point that he definitely was.
I know this not the nigga from yesterday. Who on God? I know this not the nigga from yesterday.
Oh, y'all was on the panel together yesterday?
Yeah, on Taz channel. For what the fuck?
Oh, that was yesterday. Yeah, that was
Bait
yesterday.
the fuck out this nigga for on God. Bait the fuck out of him. You know how I'm coming, Swab. On God, the nigga was cooked.
They went in on.
We could rewind the tape. I never got cooked. And I
Well,
came in peace, but yeah, y'all can move. I'm listening.
I know you came for clarity of what was going on. Was there something else that you wanted to express about the video?
No, literally, I was trying to. I literally wanted to hear what you were speaking.
I was speaking to Moonflower before I go to you.
What you say?
But I know you came up for clarity of what was going on. You spelled sabotage, but was it something else you wanted to say? Was you good?
No, we good. We good. We can go back to watching the video and dude can say what's
Okay. Afro, go ahead, brother. What you want me to call you, man?
Afro Diaspora News.
No, man. What's your name, man?
Afro.
Okay, Afro. Shout out to you.
Yes. Peace.
Yeah. The floor is yours.
No, literally, I'm trying to hit a video.
Oh, okay, bet. Let's eat then.
Kids and kidnapping babies and all that. Like, what is that? Because it's supposed to be cool and fun and entertaining and what's in. And we don't want to let it go and say that it's wrong and say, yo, why are you rapping about, women like this? What are you doing? Why are you talking about our black women like this? Why are you talking about killing our brothers and sisters, cutting people heads off and all this and that, and shooting kids and kidnapping babies and all that? Like, what is that? What? And y'all worried about, who a person dates when you got your rappers jumping on stage, but sometimes the predominantly white crowd at a hip hop concert, and they talking about killing each other, killing black people. You don't think that's sticking in their head? Of course it is. And this is why later they can go hide in a room, hop on YouTube or social media and start calling us all these names because of the lyrics they heard that we said. Oh, y'all violent, negative people. Y'all kill each other. Y'all sell each other poison because we glorify it. So we can't. We got to stop acting like what I'm saying is bullshit because y'all know it's not. We got to stop acting like this culture, this hip hop is perfect. Everything that is all that because we got award shows and we get the approval and applause, from the white community. Come on, man. Y'all better pay attention to what this shit is. It's a Trojan horse. Plain and simple. It been got in the door. It been killing us ever since. We gotta let the shit go, or we gotta at least change it back to what it was.
That's an extreme. They've been killing us before hip hop. I can say. I mean, I get the statement of it being a Trojan horse, and but like, I guess it's the caveat is that the money is funded by the bankers. So I mean, you get what you pay for. You know what I'm saying? And if we're willing to pay for negative music over positive music, people are going to make negative music to make the money. They're not going to remain poor. Talking about, I just want my music to be positive. But then that's what accountability lies. That what can be conceived as a manipulation factor to encourage people to make negative music because positive music don't succeed. But at the same time, they glorified their killings. Their rock and roll talked about mass murdering and rape and kidnappings and stuff, and that was just it because we weren't the proponents of it. We wasn't like packing the stadiums to go see it. They're packing the stadium. Their children are packing the stadiums to go see Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Baby, Young Thug. It's like we weren't packing the rock and roll concerts to go hear about that stuff. So there's also that you have to bring in. So it's not just a clip pace. You know what I'm saying? Type of ordeal going on. There's a lot of factors you got to consider. We don't control the money. We're not packing their stadiums, and positivity on our side don't sell. Positivity on their side sell. But I mean, I don't know. It's hard to like tell unless you really see the numbers. There's a lot of rappers versus a lot of singers. And if singers are more positive, are they making more money than rappers? I know rappers are quick to show you that they're living a certain lifestyle, but what does that mean when it comes to actual, funds accumulated? So I guess that's a whole deeper conversation that could go off somewhere else.
I love hip hop. I was in the music industry, as I always talk about. Still love the music to this day, but
I
I'm more of an
apologize. May
old
I say
school
this
rapper.
very briefly?
Yeah, Afro, go ahead.
Yes, and to be honest with you, and I got the points that she was making, but that does not absolve us from, as African Americans, making music, promoting the genocide of our own race, and supporting artists that create music that promotes the genocide of our own race. And I'm not I'm not disputing anything you just said, but we still have a mutual obligation, a mutual culpability. We're also at fault here, really.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I agree that it doesn't conflict with what I said. Absolutely. It doesn't dismiss the fact that we're perpetuating. Like I said, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right?
Yes, sir.
It's a couple new guys that's okay. I like the old stuff, plain and simple. Like I listen to mostly old R&B, classical music. I can't touch none of this garbage now. And sometimes I'm forced to when I'm in the radio and I'm in the car and I got the radio on. Excuse me. I don't feel like plugging in my phone and reaching and all that. So I gotta listen to the radio sometimes and then listen to the filth, the garbage that's on. I'm like, who is this dude?
Yeah.
Stop it.
There's other radio stations. And I think, which is that growth. Like you say, when you come up out of something, you have a disdain for it, right? So you listen to rap for so long, and you come up out of rap. You watch TV for so long, and you come up out of TV, and it's like, ugh, yuck, I hate TV, I hate rap. But it balances out. There are some things, and like you learn how to find it, how to enjoy it, how to be entertained by it. It's just like people in my age range, like when I listen to rap to learn something a lot of the times. A lot of the times, you know, it was to learn something. It was to learn the culture, to get game from other men that was in other parts of the country that was getting it. Excuse me. Now it's about like entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And that's not entertaining to me, rapping about killing each other, you know? But then you get to the point where, you know, you understand, well, the music don't reflect my mind state, right? But it does reflect people's minds. And it might respect a tenth of my mind state, a seventh, a sixth, you know? But yeah, there's other radio stations. I don't feel like plugging my. Well, there you go. That was the sacrifice you made. You know, listen to the film.
It's driving the culture, and it is what it is. And but I want to bring this to your consciousness and get you black women to understand what they are doing to you, the sabotage. You shouldn't be losing black men who are successful to white women. It shouldn't happen. This is the sabotage of the black woman, and you know how she has been tricked to one, you know, stay in a lower state of submission to men, to have her image destroyed, and to aid in her own destruction by accepting this culture and accepting the derogatory nature in which it perpetuates her. You, black women, gotta wake up. And you know, I hate to see, you know, black women in so many of these, you know, situations. But on a more
What you gonna say?
So I'm just wondering why a man is sitting here telling women what they shouldn't do in a culture that they created.
I think he. I mean, he explained like he fell victim to it. He didn't. It's not necessarily what he would have created if he had the ability to like
I'm not
change.
talking about, I'm not talking about him individually. I'm
Yeah,
talking
as a whole. Yeah. I'm just going straight at.
I'm just saying, y'all complain about what black women do when y'all the ones that created the culture. Y'all the ones that created the music that we listen to. Like y'all talking about us and how we reacted to it. Why not go to the fucking source and address the source?
Absolutely. And there's components to that in here. But obviously, yes, he's coming and speaking to the black woman about her accountability within something
Man,
that we created.
talk to niggas about nigga shit and us bitches can handle the bitches. Y'all
Yeah,
need to walk away with
within within something that we created and matured, and then said this ain't right. So yeah, that I could see the toughness in having that.
But the thing about it is, it's not even that we understand. We see some people like that. It ain't right. Da, 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 da. But what the fuck y'all doing to change it? Are y'all talking to the loudest ones, which be the fucking men? Are y'all talking to the loudest ones who perpetuate this fucking culture over and over and over again? Drill culture, unalive culture, rap culture, grape culture. Y'all not talking about the people who y'all not talking to the people who benefit from those cultures. You're talking about the people. You're talking to the people who are oppressed by these cultures, and we have to just fall in line in order to survive and get. Like, come on now, like make it make sense. Niggas really need to stop talking to us, bro. Quit fucking talking to us. Like, thank you. The video come off condescending as fuck because you're the ones that put this shit as it is, and you talking about how we reacting to it. That's like white people coming online and saying, well, you just need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's the same thing. Y'all do the same thing that y'all don't like white folks to do, but y'all do it to black women. That whatever.
Absolutely. And I could say
So I can get to.
it'll be the it'll be the lack of the balance. I mean, because this is what's being spotlighted, I expect for that conversation to come up. Why is he talking to women about how they act within something that black men created? I could get that. But the reasoning is it still has to be done. I take that. You know what I'm saying? And when women come in and
Talking about
tell,
actual solution. Where is the actual solution? Right now, you just talking to
I
us
think
like
that's what we're. I think that's what we. I wasn't. It was a conversation that was cool. He might even say something about solution, but I think that's our part, my part. You know what I'm saying? But even when white people come in and say pull yourself up out of bootstraps, a lot of the times my disagreement with that is that we did. You know what I'm saying? Okay, thank you.
Exactly.
You know, move out of the way. We will. Thank you. I'm not just gonna jump down your throat because you say y'all need to do better.
Right, but that's our issue with the conversation too, because we did.
Yes.
We did. And you know this why Black women did. We
Absolutely.
did. We learned how to work in the system. We learned how to make the system benefit us. We learned how to profit off the system. We literally sitting here waiting on y'all to learn how to do the same thing, but y'all
But
sitting back
sis,
all the way at the starting line, and while we about to be at the finish line, complaining to us about what the fuck we doing, even though we ahead of you. Like, make
but
it make
sis,
sense.
but
Hey,
sis,
bro.
it's a misrepresentation and a mischaracterization to say that Black women, and I don't even like the term Black. I'll say African American women pulled
I'm
themselves
not
up by the
African American.
bootstrap.
Neither one of my parents is African. I'm American. So you
Yes,
Black
ma'am.
women.
But
Thank you.
well, sis, let's not get caught up in semantics. But all Americans are not the same ethnicity. You know that, right?
I don't give a
That's a
fuck.
side conversation we can get into.
Yeah. So back to the focal point. It's
Are
we
you
have to
talking to
acknowledge that
us
there are
and we're
many.
not?
All right, go ahead, sis. I'm listening.
Bro, talk, bro. Say, oh God, he lecturing like he's somebody fucking parent. On God, talk. Let's go.
Go ahead,
Sis,
Afro.
I mean, she keep cutting me off. It's all right. We can move forward. Go ahead.
No, what was your point? I apologize.
No, it's all good. My only point is this, and I do agree that many, matter of fact, I'll even say on average, the average African American woman is doing financially better than the average African American man. And it might be someone that could refute that with statistics, but I believe that to be true. But it is a mischaracterization to say that overall African American men or women have pulled ourselves up by the bootstrap right now because we are literally allowing our communities to be taken over by foreigners, literally, and not neither gender is collectively standing up against that. We're not calling ICE on illegal aliens. Our communities are being gentrified. We're not doing anything to stop it. So I don't see how we are
Okay,
overcoming.
let's break that down point by point. Okay, cool. Because you said neither gender doing nothing to stop it, but you're wrong. Okay, so let's
Yeah.
break it down point by point. Who you saying that neither gender is stopping foreigners from coming into our communities, tearing it apart, and profiting off us? Correct? That's what you're saying. That neither gender is stopping it.
Quote me correctly. I said collectively, and
Yeah,
I stand on that.
collectively. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Collectively, neither gender is stopping that and stopping foreigners from coming in the community and running amok. Correct. That's what you're saying.
Yes. Clearly.
Okay. Whose problem is that, bro? Who is
Both.
supposed to be the protectors and providers of the community?
Can I answer that
Duh,
without being cut off? Can I answer that without being cut off?
bro.
The answer.
It's
The answer
bro. It's
is.
a
I'm
simple
trying to
question.
answer.
It's
The
a simple.
answer is. I'm trying to answer. This is the answer.
Wait. Before
This
you
is
get
the
into
answer.
your answer, please do not be
All right.
long-winded. Please, no, for real,
All right.
because
Was you being long winded, sis? You being long
simple
winded? I would
question.
have been done. I'd have
I
already been
haven't.
done.
What I've done is
All
I've
right. Go ahead.
clarified with you before I said my point,
Yes.
and I
Okay.
said my question. What I'm
Yes,
saying
ma'am.
is it's a very direct question that does not
Yes.
take more than 5 words to
Can I give
answer.
you? Can I give you the very direct answer? Can I give you the
So
very
let's
direct answer? Can I give
okay,
you the
bro.
very direct answer? The
All right, come on,
answer
man.
is all adults are responsible for protecting our community, particularly the children within it. All adults.
Okay,
That's a fact.
whatever, y'all. Whatever. That's what's
That's
fact.
checkmate right there.
No, no, no. Okay,
Hold on,
you remember
so
how?
hold on. So a mother doesn't have to hold on, slow down.
I
Just
let
so I'm
you talk,
clear.
right? I
Just so
let
I'm
you talk,
clear.
right?
You did not
Are you
let me
gonna let
talk.
me
You
rebuttal?
did not
Are you
let me
gonna let
talk.
me rebuttal? Are you
You did
gonna
Hold
let
not
me
let
on,
rebuttal?
I gotta respond to your answer right quick. I got you.
What you say, Swan?
I said, go ahead, respond to his answer.
Okay. So you remember how we had this conversation yesterday about how being a man
Yes.
and being a woman is a social
Yes.
construct, and that you
Yes.
have to qualify as that social construct at some point in your life, correct?
You said that. That wasn't my point. That was your point.
But I didn't say that that was your point. I said, do you remember the conversation we had
Yes,
about that?
we had a discussion. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. So to further my point, the community is
Yes.
the black community is a social construct that black people created. And within that social construct that we created, there's still a qualification on what it means to be a man
All right.
and a woman. And
All right. Can I
typically,
respond to any of
wait,
this? Can I
wait,
respond to
wait,
any of this?
wait. Typically,
All right.
typically, isn't it the man's duty to protect and provide for the respective community that he belongs to? Yes.
I already answered that. Both
Yes
adults,
or no?
both.
No,
I
no,
already
no,
answered that
no,
question. Both
no.
adults
You
have that
didn't.
same
No, you
obligation.
didn't. You answered a different
Oh my
question.
God.
This is
You
a
see why I
different.
can't talk to
This
her?
is exactly what
She's
I'm
too
asking you.
emotional. She's
And
too
no, it's not.
emotional.
It's two
No,
different
You're
his
questions.
cooked.
answer is
I'm
no. His
emotional.
answer is
I'm not
no.
You're
emotional,
being
bro. But what
cooked.
you
You're getting cooked. You're
talking
getting
over
cooked right now.
bullshit
You're
answers?
getting
See
cooked
what?
right now. No, you're
This
getting
is
cooked
not
right now.
even
Please
the
let me respond.
Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. His answer is no. His answer is no.
No,
He's
that's not my
saying
answer. My answer is
it.
both genders, both
Yeah,
parents,
I know.
both
So
genders
okay,
have an
so
obligation.
with you saying both genders, what you're saying to her question is no.
I'm
You're
saying it's
saying
not just the man's obligation. That's what I'm
so. That's a
saying.
no.
That's
That's
not
a
what I
no.
asked.
That's a
All right.
no. They're not willing to explain. Stand on.
Yes.
No, it's not the job of the man. It's the job of both. You have to understand that's what you're saying. You're not saying yes, it's the job of the man because it's the job of the both. It's either yes or no. So you're
All
saying no
right.
Like you
because
do.
which I'm saying you have a logic behind it. You're saying no, it's the component of both male and female to protect you.
Yes.
But she's speaking, and I'm gonna let her
Rob, you
speak for
cut out. I
herself
can't hear you.
in certain areas, not just I mean,
Exactly. That's
if
my point. I
Am I
agree.
the only one that can't hear?
okay,
All right.
okay,
Just to be so brief, and watch how brief my response is. When Moonflower says that the black community is a social construct, that is demonstrably false, because the so-called black community actually is the African American ethnicity, and we are genetically verifiable via DNA testing. Any African American can take a DNA test, and you will see that we're not just a social construct. We are a biological reality.
okay. But this is what I say because you had that point before. This
Yes,
is not a black nation.
I
This is
ain't say
not
it
a
was.
yeah, and I know you don't go by black, but we're talking
Yes,
about blacks. Blacks are the
exactly.
people who came up out of destruction of indigenous people globally. Now, some of them are in America, and we're identified as
Yes,
African Americans. To that
exactly.
component, sure, but we're talking about the people who say like you. Well, I don't consider myself an African American. I have no connection to Africa, and I don't want a connection to America. Or people who say I have a connection to America. I don't appreciate my connection to Africa, or however it goes. But the one thing that we all fall under is black. So
Listen, and I'm not. I don't even want to debate that word. Just so we're clear, we're speaking about the same people, though, right?
yes, but we're
Yes.
speaking on a different set of priorities. You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
just so I'm clear, that's my point. Yeah. What is you all's priorities? Just so I'm clear, and I can tell
Yeah,
you
not
what mine.
is not to rise amongst the ranks in American society. It's to have my own nation and be and
Yes.
have my own self determination, my
Yeah, I
own
agree with that. I agree with
definition.
that.
But
Yeah. So
you
I don't.
can't
I don't. What part do you disagree with me on? Because I don't disagree with you on anything you just
claim
said.
that America is the nation that you're part of to do that.
Say it again.
Either you want your own nation or you're okay with America.
Yes, but that doesn't change our ethnic heritage, though, brother. Whether we establish a new nation or not, that doesn't change our origin story. Because I
But
agree, and actually, let me just say this, because you're right. I'm in the process professionally. I never told y'all this. I'm a lobbyist. You are right. We as you say Black Americans, so we'll go with that term right now. We as Black Americans, you are right. We must establish our own autonomous land. We must, just as the Native Americans have their own tribal governments, we must establish our own tribal government as an ethnicity. You're right. We must have our own police forces. I agree with all that. But my question is, how does that change our origin story?
I don't know exactly what origin story you're specific to, but I can tell you that black people are made up of people all over the world.
No, I'm
If you
saying in the U.S. though, brother. Just that. I mean,
in
let's
the
stay on the
US,
tightrope. Yeah.
so in the U.S., black
Yes.
people are made up. We have black people here in this land. Some
Yes.
people came from different parts of Africa, which are not
Yes.
ethnically the same. So
I
it's
agree.
like we're a mixture of all of that. So when we talk about ethnicity, we're
Yes.
obviously focusing on one part and ignoring the rest. I
No,
don't.
no, no, no. I'm talking about what we have become. Just as what you just said. I'm talking about the combination of all the ingredients you just named. We emerged a new people, just as you stated earlier.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying that doesn't change our origin story. And yes, we do have the right to have our own autonomous landmass. You're right. We have the right to self-govern.
Yes. and we also have the right to stay here. We have the right because, like I say, not all black people have the same mentality. I think the fight for black people should be black people should help black people define what black people are and respect the many definitions that will come up out of it. Because some of them will say we want to go back to Africa. Some of them say I'm staying in America. Some of them say, well, I want land elsewhere to start my own country. And we all need to fight and use our resources to help us all get satisfied in all those ways. Not just when you get what you want, the American black person, not when you get tapped on the shoulder and you get, you rise amongst the rank and you don't have to deal with classism. You're okay with the amount of racism that you're going to ignore that you see. You don't have to deal with poverty any longer. You're satisfied, then it's like, well, fuck them other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? No, we want separation. I don't want to participate in American culture. I want to take, I want to go somewhere and build a righteous nation. I don't want to be under the monetary system. I don't want to be on this wicked, these ways. But I will help you get there if that's what you want. But I need you to stand with me until I get what I get. So, I mean, of course, different conversation. But, yeah, like I can see the conflict. In any PowerPoint you want to show, Moonflower, you put it up on the share. But, yes, it would be better if he had his spouse speaking on this with him. I think this is a conversation where it gets from being someone who's teaching to someone who's giving a perspective to someone who's coming off condescending. I think he's going to step across all of those lanes during this video.
That's a good point. Now, can I ask this? My bad, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, you cut off.
I thought I cut you off. My bad. But what I was about to say is, and I mean this with all due respect, we need in these spaces to acknowledge how detrimental the gender war has become to the progress of us as a people, because instead of us working together, we have people, I'll say Black Americans because I know which space I'm in right now. We have Black American content creators that have very large followings that could be used to organize African Americans and to get y'all on one accord. Instead of that, it's perpetuating the division. Really, like you guys. All right, go ahead, sis.
Where was this conversation when Kevin Samuels was doing what he was doing? Where was this conversation? What about where was this conversation where?
Are you talking to me, Miss? Or are you talking to the world?
What do you mean? Okay.
I'm asking because
like I'm fucking dumb, bro. That's fast.
She just throwing out some points to address. So let her, go ahead and get her thought, and then we can respond.
Yeah, all right. Let's get into the gender war. Go ahead, sis.
It's not even about the gender war, bro. Well, it is. My thing is, you are coming to us of how we are reacting to something that you caused.
All right, are we going to solve the problem or perpetuate the problem? That's my only question. I'm asking with all due respect, are we going to solve the problem? Go ahead.
No, the thing about it is, when you say stuff like that, when you deflect like that, you're not taking any accountability for the actions of y'all as a collective.
Miss, I said the gender war. I didn't just say the women going at the men. I said the gender war. That means we're both mutually culpable. Do you know that? And I'm not trying to insult you when I say that term. Do you know what mutual culpability means? That means we are both at fault. So I'm acknowledging the men.
There's no mutual culpability if you started some shit. Mutual culpability means like, oh, I thought my nigga was cheating on me, so I went and cheated on him first, and he thought I was cheating on him, so we both cheated on each other at the same fucking time. That's mutual culpability. Y'all both did some shit without asking the proper questions, and it backfired, and y'all both look stupid.
Is that not the state of Black America right now? No, Miss, is that not the state of Black America right now? We both did some shit.
Are you gonna let me finish?
But sis, don't speed past that good point you just made.
Are you gonna let me finish?
You made a good point. Don't speed past it.
I'm not speeding past it. You're not letting me finish my fucking point.
All right, so let's stay focused on that. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up.
You being immature. I'm listening. Go ahead, sis.
But the moment you cut somebody off, ain't nobody got shit to say. Bro, shut the fuck up.
All right, well, if you ain't got nothing to say, can we move forward?
That is what mutual culpability is.
Yes.
What's going on right now is y'all took an action over and over and over and over again, and then we finally reacted to those actions after about the 10th fucking action.
Now you're
That's
not taking the accountability, sis.
abuse. That's called
Now you're not taking accountability, sis. Really, we're both at fault. I'm asking, are
okay.
we going to solve the problem or not?
Let's list it off. What are black women at fault for? List it off.
Well, all right. We just had the discussion. Miss number one, killing literally millions of African American male and female embryos before they
Yes,
could grow.
I'm still saying that, and I debunked it. I looked it up and
You
shared
debunked
my
it.
screen. Yes, I looked it up
You
and
debunked
shared
it.
my screen. Yes, you said abortion
How
was
did
the
you
number
debunk
one.
it?
You said abortion was the leading cause of death for African Americans, and I
Yes.
looked it
What
up.
outnumbers
And
it?
I
Can you
looked
tell
it
me
up,
something that
and it
outnumbers it?
was not even in the top three. So
That's
why
not
are you
true.
still
Hold on.
saying?
Hold on. All
Why
right.
do
Can
you
I
still
respond to that? Can I respond to that? Hold on. Can I
Why do you
respond to
still
that?
saying? See, this is
All
what I'm talking
right, man.
about. Even
And
this
look, and let me show you how disingenuous you are.
with
Hold
all
on.
feelings and no
All
facts, but
right.
y'all want to call women emotional when you the
Can I
ones
get back to the facts?
that's
Let's get back
running
to the fact. Hold
over
on. Get back to the
what you
facts.
believe
Hold
in
on.
your
Slow
heart.
down, shorty,
Shut the
please.
fuck up.
Slow down. And that same panel that you
That
produced, that hold on, you came out with a diagram. On that same panel, another woman highlighted that abortion wasn't even included as a crime.
That I think
That
that's a
didn't
good
say, it
conversation.
didn't say what was the leading crime
That's the
of black
point. So hold on. So just so we clear, hold on. Just so we
It
clear, hold
costs
on.
them.
Just
what
just to be more direct, I'll
but
put it
we
more
do
direct.
not have
I'll put
nothing
it more directly.
it said
I can put
leading
it more directly. Hold on. I can put it more directly.
not
All right,
leading
sis, calm
crime.
down. Calm down.
I'm
I'll put it more
calm.
directly. I'll put it
Over,
more directly. Hold on. I
but
can
you're
put
not
it more
you're over
directly.
talking me.
I'll
But
put it
you're
more
not
directly.
over
I can put
talking
it
me.
more
You
directly.
use the
Sis.
same energy that you
All
giving
right.
me. Don't sit here and tell me to calm down when you act in the same fucking way. Look in the mirror, bitch.
Yeah, I think the conversation is the leading cause of death, not the leading cause of death through crime.
Thank you.
And I don't think the conversation should start off at abortion. That's not if both sides have a culpability, I think it's something both sides can do. Abortion is a result of the devaluing of life, the inability to support, the lack of the social system of security. The thing is, who adopted that mindset? Who bit the apple? Who sold the dope? Who bought the gun? Who um, you know, took on that value of marriage? I don't have a specific dating person, you know, um, who was able to collectively popularize it. Man, I was on 79. Okay, I didn't start it. I didn't agree to it. I was a victim of it. Oh, this is what we're doing. Okay, this is what we're doing. The thing is, once you mature and you know that it's wrong, and I think a lot of the times you have to go through it to know that it's wrong. Um, then yes, solutions may come in. But the culpability, I believe, is both sides accepting that mentality. Because even when we had videos with gangsters in it, it was the women in it. And it's like, well, they getting paid to dance. Well, he's getting paid to rap. So we could definitely point fingers and bring up statistics and have that dialogue. But I think the point that I find value in is that we all know better now. None of us is being fooled any.
Exactly.
None of us
Exactly.
is being fooled any longer. And so I'm willing to admit, first and foremost, and I know I'm gonna have to be willing to admit it over and over again because we haven't popularized the solution. My partaking in perpetrating and misleading my people, women and men, into something that I'm no longer comfortable with us being. So I mean that's it. That's the point. That's where the blame goes. There's enough to spread around. Um,
Exactly.
Men have their problems, women have their problems, but blacks have their problems. You know,
Exactly.
So
That's
if
a fact.
to a woman, her problems is gonna be about a man because you're her first view. You're what she's looking at. You're what she's comparing to. And a man's first problem is gonna be a woman because of the same reasons. But that's what I deal with. I deal with women. But the thing about it is you don't have to deal with all women. You don't have to deal with the one you're with. And if the one woman you're with is okay with the one man that she's with, we need to find a collective of those and come to solutions.
Exactly.
Right. But with that being said, right, and we're still, we're saying that men and women should put in the effort to clean this up.
Yes.
Women have been putting in the effort to clean up the community for years, for decades. Why should we continue to clean up y'all messes? Because
Because it's your mess too, though,
wait,
sis.
wait,
It's your
wait,
mess
wait,
too.
wait. Why should we continue to clean up y'all messes that we've been cleaning up for what on average 100 years? We've been cleaning up y'all fucking messes. When are y'all gonna step up and be men and do
Did you
it your?
not listen?
Because the thing
Go ahead.
about it is, as women, we're not supposed to be on the front lines. As women, we're only supposed
Who
to
told you that, though? Who told you that?
bro, shut
The
up, bro.
Vietnamese women was on the
I let
front
y'all
lines,
talk
though.
right. I let y'all talk right. Like this is what I'm saying.
No,
I
you
let
cut
y'all
me
talk
off,
right.
but please.
I let
All
y'all
right,
talk.
sis.
Bro, I'm saying I
Sis,
let y'all
you cut
talk.
me. We having the. Let's have a friendly discussion, sis.
Shut
Please,
the fuck up, right?
please. Let's have a cordial discussion,
We can
please.
if you quit interrupting me because I let you fucking talk,
You.
bro.
No, you did not. No, you did not. Be honest.
I
All
sat
right,
here
go ahead,
on
sis.
I sat here on mute and let y'all fucking talk.
I wasn't speaking. You let Suave talk. Every time I spoke, you cut me off. But go ahead, sis.
Bro, you was talking too suave.
I was not speaking just now, miss. I got cut off. My internet kicked me off the panel. I wasn't even here, miss. I had to come back. So go ahead, sis. All right, if you don't have nothing to say, on average, a
It said
thousand African American babies are killed every day. My bad. Go ahead, sis.
now repeat that. Who get killed every day?
1,000 African American babies get killed via abortion daily. Anyone can look this up. On average, it ranges between 900 and 1,000 black babies. That's the term y'all use. Black African American babies are aborted daily. You cannot name one cause of death in the African American community that kills us that frequently. And I
Homicide.
and that
Homicide.
1,000 of us are not getting killed every day via homicide. Sis.
Okay.
Really, you need to
All right.
study more. Go
I mean,
study more.
black men are killing black women every 5.5 hours every
But
single
not to, it does not outnumber the 1,000. But sis, it does not outnumber. It does not outnumber sis.
not including your niggas that you shoot up on
That
the
does
side.
not outnumber the 1,000 black babies. But sis, don't be emotional. That does not outnumber the 1,000
I'm
black
getting
babies that get aborted every day.
Do you think the abortions are more detriment than the killings?
They are both bad. Don't you realize that?
No, no,
They're
no, no,
contributing to our genocide.
no. I agree with you. They're both bad. I'm having a
Yeah,
deeper
it's
conversation.
terrible.
Think the abortions
Let's
are
have a
more
deeper conversation, brother. We don't even know what the children potentially could have been because we killed them before they
so
grew up.
okay. I agree with that. Okay, we don't know what those children could have potentially
Yeah.
been. But
Come
then
on,
it's like
Ken.
it's like you're leaving the responsibility of us correcting stuff on our children, whether they're here or not.
No,
Whether,
you read that wrong, brother. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's our responsibility to ensure that our children have the most optimum potential existence as possible. That's what I'm saying, brother.
okay, so we have to do that before they're born, right?
Exactly. Instead of killing them, don't do
So
that.
abortion. So no. So the fact that they're aborted
Yes.
doesn't make a difference if the condition that they're going to be born into hasn't changed yet,
No,
right?
it does make a difference. I could prove it. Let me show you how it makes a difference. If they was here,
Why would
all
I
right,
birth a
Moonflower. It's hard to have a discussion with Moonflower here, man. Really, she's too emotional.
gonna do shit to prevent nothing from happening to you? Why would I, bro? Like this is what really killed me. This is what really killed me, Swamp.
Right.
This is what really killed me about niggas, bro.
Go ahead, sis.
Like they don't use logic. They call us emotional, but are fucking running off their emotions. As a logical mammal, bro, any fucking animal would have killed off y'all by now, bro.
What?
Fucking detriment. Like
All right.
if we're because on your very very core principle, you stand on survival of your bloodline.
You
Do
killing
you
female
not
babies too, though, in these abortions.
kill
More than half of
also
them females.
in order
More
to
than half the
move
babies that get killed is females, though, babe. More
I
than
feel
half
like
the
we
babies
jumping
is
from
females.
point to point.
you jumping back to abortion, and I'm really trying to make a point.
Yes,
Like I'm
because
trying
we
to,
had to talk about the numbers.
I'm
How we
not
gonna
even
preserve
trying to
our
drill you right
community?
now. I'm not trying to come at
This is
your
my
throat right
question.
now. But what I'm
You
saying
cannot
is
come in
that
my throat. You can't find it.
only on logically, and like let's
Yeah, let's be
explain
logical.
why this will be the most logical answer. Because
Let's
y'all
get. All
have
right, can
never,
I respond
y'all have
logically?
after
Let me
100
respond
years,
logically.
y'all have yet to step up to
All
the
right, let me
mantle
respond
of
logically,
manhood.
sis. Yes. Let me respond logically. Now I'm asking a simple question: how will Black Americans preserve Black American communities that are already being gentrified when we are continuously reducing our own numbers? Physically, how will we preserve our communities?
Physically, you will
Who
preserve your
going who
community
who
by
going to live
starting.
on the?
Hold on, let her answer.
Physically, you would preserve your community by starting to step up to the plate of manhood to give us a reason to want to continue procreating with
How
you.
they gonna
Because
step up when we killed the babies? How
oh
they gonna
my
step
god,
up when they did?
we're talking
But
about
no,
the
how
people
they gonna
that's
step up
already
though?
here. We're talking about the people. The baby
I'm
not here yet.
confused. No, I'm confused. How we gonna step up
Why would I
when they
want to
when they
put the
did?
baby in more
How they gonna step
suffering that I
up?
already know that's gonna come to happen if you don't show no fucking actions? Like
Yeah,
that
But I'm
is
asking, how they gonna step up?
I
if
think,
I smack you in the face and say I'm not gonna smack you again, and then I smack you in the face again and say I'm not gonna smack you again, and I smack you in the face again and I say I'm not gonna smack you again. What are you gonna believe me when I say I'm not gonna smack you
Y'all,
again?
but y'all
Or
killing
are you
female
gonna
babies too,
prepare to
though.
move out the way
Y'all
so
killing
you
hold on,
female
don't
babies
hold
too,
on.
though.
Let me
Y'all
reply
killing
to that.
female babies too, though.
Let me
Yeah,
reply to
y'all
that.
killing. Yeah, y'all
Of
killing
course
female
not.
babies too.
Of course not. But I think there's a clear agenda to like speak on abortion so heavily.
Definitely.
It's like I guess there should be right. But in the context of the conversation, we're talking about for one solutions, and your
Yes,
solution was stop aborting babies.
that's
And
one of them. Yes, one of the solutions.
right
Yes.
and
okay,
kill
so what I'm saying
the
though,
abortion.
there's a priority to this list of
Yes.
solutions, right? And I don't think the first one should be turning to women and saying stop having abortions, turning to brothers and saying stop letting sisters abort your baby. I think it's more of
So hold on.
killing.
So self preservation ain't number one. Self
No, no,
preservation
no,
not
no,
number one.
hold on. Without moving the goalposts, right?
That's not moving the goalpost. That's
Yeah,
literally self
yeah.
preservation.
I'm not speaking on self preservation. I'm not even speaking on
Oh.
that in the laws in which it goes by. I'm
Oh.
saying
Okay.
we're in danger. There's dangers
Yes.
happening. The
Yes.
more prominent danger are black men when I go outside that I have to compete with to not die. Right? Don't get into it with nobody. Don't get killed. Don't kill.
You know why you
Dang.
gotta compete with them? Because you
Hold on,
killed the
hold on,
niggas that would have
hold on,
been Black
hold on,
Panthers. You
hold
didn't
on,
kill the niggas that would have been cops.
wait, wait,
You
wait.
killed the niggas that would have been cops and protected you.
That's 20 years later.
Bro,
That baby being aborted this month has
be
nothing to
aborted
do
when you
with what
know that
I'm going outside to get
it's not
to
worth
face
carrying,
today.
bro.
He
Come
got
on.
killed 20 years ago. He got killed 25 years ago by his mother. He couldn't
But
protect him.
Okay, and 80 years before that, you still wasn't shit. You was the nothing ass bitch of society. So why would
Is
she
that your,
want
is
to
that
have
your,
a
you talking about your granddaddy?
nothing
Are
ass
you
hold
talking
on,
about your granddaddy?
back a little
Why
bit.
would I have another nothing
Let's back
ass
a
Are
bitch
you
little
talking
bit.
about your granddaddy? I'm confused. Is she talking about her granddaddy?
sitting here
Because,
nothing
That's
ass
because
disrespectful.
you're opening the door for her to do that to the conversation because you're running. Do
How
you
am I
understand?
running? I'm literally here. What's up?
No,
What
because
part am I missing?
I said the more prominent danger, I
Yes.
described it. And you went to a hypothetical baby that was aborted 20 years ago. That's foolishness.
right.
No, no. I never. Hold on. Let me respond. Don't run, Suave. You don't run. I'm about to checkmate you. Now, when you say the most prominent danger, you're speaking about to yourself, correct?
I'm speaking about to black men. To the black.
Exactly. No, exactly. So, what's the more prominent danger to the embryos in their mother's wombs?
We're not talking about to the black
Checkmate.
people.
That's what I'm
Mother,
talking about, family. That's checkmate right there. Don't run. I'm
you're
asking,
talking,
what's the more prominent danger statistically?
you're talking about a minority of embryos.
No, that's
Hold on,
the leading cause of death in our
Now
community.
you're flailing. You're flailing. You
That's the
can't take
leading
the
cause of death in our community. That's the
what I'm
leading
saying.
cause of death in our community.
Hold on. If how many babies are aborted a year?
Shit, if it's 1,000 a day, you do the math. God damn. That's what, 368,000, 365,000. God damn, they killing shit.
How
Y'all
many
killing
black?
shit.
Okay, how many black people are living today in America?
Approximately less than 45 million.
Okay, are 45 million abortions happening a year? No.
Well, I gave you the number. What part are
The
you
answer,
missing?
the answer is no, sir. So
Okay,
my
what's your point?
even if we're talking about the black community. For some
Yes,
reason, you want to involve embryos as part of the black community. Cool, but there's
yes,
still
because they are a part of it.
hold on, and there's still a minority,
No, they're
right?
not. What the fuck? What part are you missing? Literally over
There's 44.
68.
There's
All right,
14.
go ahead.
How many million black people?
Yeah, yeah. Let me bring this up, please, and don't cut me off. It'll be so brief. If it wasn't for abortion, there would be approximately 75 to 80 million African Americans in the U.S. right now. We done cut our population off in half due to abortion alone.
That's a cool fact. That's a cool fact.
But
But
it's
what I'm
not cool though, brother, because
hold on,
we're
stop,
highlighting. All right, go
stop.
ahead.
You
King. I'm
can't get back
listening.
to that and lead away from the point. You're bringing something and you're trying to react to that reaction. What I'm saying is that the 14 million alive or 44 million alive people, need to take
Yeah,
accountability for the violence that we're causing, right?
yeah. That was the first thing I said. Did you miss that part? That was the first thing I said.
No. That's why I'm bringing you back to it. Because
Yes.
you're acting like you have the threat of being aborted, sir.
When did I say that?
You, I didn't say you said it. I said you're acting like.
Okay.
Understand what I'm
How am I
saying?
acting like that, brother? I'm asking. How am I acting like that?
Because you're bringing up abortion as such a threat to the black
Yes,
community. It
it
seems as
is.
if you think hold on. You're bringing up abortion to the point where that it's a threat to the black community, that you're coming off as if you're scared of being aborted.
I mean, that's
You're
your conjecture, brother. That's your
No,
conjecture at
it's
this
not.
point.
My point
Yeah.
is, you're okay. I'm okay. We survived abortion. Now,
But are the babies that are being killed okay? Is the question, brother.
hold on. You have to listen to the rest of the sentence.
Yes.
What are we, the people who survived abortion,
Yes.
gonna do to better the black community?
I agree. And one thing we could do is stop killing the baby. I'm trying to answer that question, King. One
Okay.
thing that we can do is advocate to create legislation to ban abortion so that we can preserve
You
the
want to take
future
away women's
generation. Oh my
rights.
God. Look at this.
No,
Get
so
in
I'm
there.
That's
asking
not
you.
even what I was about to say at first.
Go
I was
ahead, get
about
in
to
there.
ask
Go ahead, get in there, Moonflower.
you, taking away women's rights. That's not how you continue on that conversation at all. If you want women on your side, you don't advocate for taking away women's rights at all. Oh shit, I'm so sorry.
All right. But it's not
That would be a legislative way of doing it.
protected.
I'm saying without government. You're breaking up, bro. You bored. You
Listen and
bored.
go ahead.
No,
You
I'm
still
saying that's
bugging?
no. You're back. That's the legislative way. I'm saying without any
Yeah.
outside governance, bro. What can we do to better the black community? You don't think that not criminalizing us, not just accepting this overly violent attitude that we have, wouldn't greatly help us? The threat that we cause against each other, women and children. You don't think that
I
that's
agree
like
with all that.
I'm saying you don't think that's like the blatant number one thing that we
No,
need?
statistically, it's not. Statistically, it's not that
You
issue.
said
But statistically, it's not the leading cause of death. Statistically, abortion
I
is the
don't
leading
care
cause.
about the leading cause of. I'm not here to battle
Yeah,
statistics. What I'm
okay.
saying is, what is the
No,
greater
I'm
threat?
here to battle for the brother. That's what I'm here to battle for, brother.
No, I'm saying
So the question is, yes, I'm listening.
what is the greater threat is what I'm asking you. So what I'm saying is
Oh,
that
I already answered that more than once. Abortion is the greater threat, but they both are problems.
okay. Okay, well, I'll just have to
Okay,
accept it in the fact that you say you feel that way because you have the statistic that 1,000 abortions are done a month.
y'all,
Daily, no,
I got
daily, daily.
Hey,
top 10.
yeah,
I got the top 10. I got
It's
the top
900 to 1,000. 900 to 1,000. Black
it's your,
Okay,
abortions daily.
the top
yeah. But
10.
if that's your reason in saying that, I can't argue. I disagree. I don't think the fact that more abortions happen than I guess you're saying murders from black men to other people or whatever.
Okay,
Cool.
non-Hispanic black male, all ages, right? This is the top 10
And
leading
can you pull up the
causes.
raw numbers? Can you pull up the raw numbers so we can see how many are dying and compare
Do
it
you
to the
disagree?
abortion 1,000 a day?
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
Did you disagree with those? Have you saw that before?
Yeah. She pulled this up yesterday.
So did you disagree with it?
No, I wasn't against that, but abortion wasn't included on that list. It wasn't even included as a cause of death at all.
Do you think abortion?
Because it's not a leading cause. If it's not on the list, I mean, it didn't make the top. It didn't make the pick
Let me
as the
see.
That's the
leading
point.
cause.
So, can you name something that kills us more than 1,000 a day? Is my question.
No, you're right. You're right. That's literally the point, bro. If it's not
That's the
making the
point.
list on the leading causes of
Yes.
death,
Hold on.
that
So,
means
sis,
it's
name
not
something that kills. All right.
bro.
So this should be easy. So, hold on. It should be easy. Name something that kills more than 1,000 black people a day, please.
Okay.
It says the age-adjusted death rate attributed to cardiovascular disease. On average, someone dies of cardiovascular disease every 37 seconds in the U.S. There are 2,353 deaths from CVD each day.
They're not black though, brother. I said black deaths, brother. That's their focus.
Okay, you're right. You're right. You're fucking right. My bad. And I'm seeing. Hold on.
Cause I'll stand corrected. If I'm wrong, I'll stand corrected. But nah, that 1,000 black babies a day, we gotta stop that. You know what I mean? 1,000 black babies getting killed daily. We gotta stop that, family.
But I don't think that should be our first fucking bucket we fill up. Like,
1,000 black babies die a day. So that means in a year, only 365,000 babies.
Only.
They were never born. They were never
Wow.
born. You acting like
This
they
is a
lived.
sickness, family. Family, that's your offspring, family. That's your offspring, family.
They were literally, bro. When you have an abortion, you take a pill. Most of the time, it's already just a clump of cells.
Just like we clumps of cells right now. We clumps of cells right now, sis. We clumps of cells right now, sis.
but we're not just
There's
clumps.
no formed body most of the time when you have an
Moonflower,
abortion.
you heartless. You heartless, Moonflower. Really, please.
How?
No, you heartless,
How?
man. You heartless,
No,
man.
it's scientific. It's scientific.
No, the embryo got a heart.
Fetus.
The embryo got a heart. It's a heartbeat law. You never heard of it?
No.
The babies got hearts.
Do you
Y'all
know what a
killing them.
heartbeat is? Do you know what a heartbeat
Y'all
is
wrong.
in a baby? No, for real. Let's
Y'all still
explain.
wrong,
Do you
man.
know what a heartbeat is in a 6-week-old baby?
All right, but just get back to the numbers though. So basically, you admit you can't find nothing that
Listen,
outnumbers
stop
black
cutting me
deaths via
off.
abortion,
Stop
right?
cutting me off and just
So
answer the question.
that's checkmate right there. You want to move the goalposts. All right, let's get back to what you're talking about now.
What I'm
Yeah,
getting
you
is,
is. I cooked you. So let's get back to this now.
I'm trying to make a point.
I know you want to make another point because you can't find nothing that outnumbers that 1,000.
No, in a 6-week-old baby. Do you know what a heartbeat is in a 6-week-old baby?
All right, can I respond without being cut off? Can I respond?
Yes, it's a yes or no question. Just say yes or no.
All right, can I respond? The answer is so we have established Moonflower cannot find anything that outnumbers the 1,000 black deaths via abortion. She cannot find anything because abortion is the leading cause of death.
And I just provided it.
Abortion is the leading cause of death amongst African Americans. All right, now what's your next question? What's your next question?
I asked you a direct fucking question.
All right, what's your next question?
The question is, do you know what a heartbeat is in a 6-week-old baby?
Yes,
or no?
Yes, it's an indication of life.
No, what is it? Is it a heart?
It's an indication of life.
Is it a heart?
It's an indication of life.
Is a heart formed in a 6-week-old baby?
Yes, it's an electromagnetic reaction.
Okay, hold on. The answer to the questions. No, the heart isn't formed.
I'm trying to answer.
And if the numbers of 1,000 abortions from black men and women, right?
Yes.
Like
add that up. Please add that up.
Yeah. I got you, brother. A black man and a black woman conceives a child. That child is aborted. If that scenario happens 1,000 times a day, I'm standing on that. I'm not gonna try to minimize that. What I'm saying is that that's not a greater threat to the black community than the people that are here doing wicked things.
But Swab, it is. Can I tell you how? And I said it earlier, but I'll say I'm more concise. My bad. Go ahead.
If those wicked things stop being done, abortions aren't necessary. So you don't say stop the abortions and throw these babies
But they're
into
not
this.
necessary though, King.
Hold on. Necessary is subjective. Some people will find it's
Yeah,
necessary.
yeah.
Okay,
Please
you
define that.
don't. So I'm not going to argue that. But what I'm saying is that less people would find it necessary to abort the babies if the babies had a better scenario to come into life. You don't say let the babies be born into the same wicked scenario while it progressively gets more wicked. You change the scenario and now to stop the people from having an abortion. If the woman can afford to have the baby, if the woman have a healthy relationship with the father, if the father has the resources to take care of the baby, this cuts down abortion.
And
Women are
so, can I say this though?
if men
This will be brief.
stop raping
Hold on.
women, if men
But killing the baby makes the situation more wicked. If you could kill a baby, that means
oh
you could kill a woman. That means you could kill a kid. That means you
no
could
it
kill a
doesn't.
grandmama. It
That's
does. It does mean that. It means
that's
that.
no it doesn't.
That means
That's
you kill anything. You kill a
that's
baby.
a
What the fuck?
conclusion you're trying to draw because you have an agenda. That's not being
No, I'm
honest.
talking about reality. Look at society. Look what's going on in society. We have a lack of respect for human life.
Like this is why I'm sitting here trying to have a real intellectual conversation with you, and you being disingenuous because you got a point that you want to
I'm
put
keeping it real.
No,
agenda that you want to
men
put,
do
but
the most.
don't even stand up in reality.
Men do the most killing, and they aren't
No,
even.
no, they don't. Abortion is the highest killing rate. Really.
Hold on. Listen,
That outnumbers murder.
listen. You will have more value out of the conversation. In context of what you just said, if you kill a fetus, you'll kill a
Yes.
grandmother.
Hell yeah.
Okay, hold on. The reaction cuts off, stagnates the conversation. But the people who are killing grandmothers and grown men and grown women are men, and they don't even have the ability to have an abortion. So that's just
Exactly.
that's
Hold on. Are you missing that part?
hold
Hold on,
on.
you missed the part. All right, go ahead, Swab.
My point is that because a woman is able to lay down and have a surgical procedure doesn't mean she's able to shoot someone in their head. I'm not saying that makes
Hold.
her.
Can I respond, Swab? And watch how brief my response is. You literally just conceded that women are having that medical procedure that you call, which is actually killing a baby. They are doing that more than the men that you're talking about that are engaging in black on black violence.
That's a lie.
Literally. You
Cool.
said, oh,
That's the point.
okay. So hold on.
That's
All right, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Swab.
the point is I've accepted that. Do you understand that? I've accepted that. I'm saying that if you better the condition, the medical procedures, which are killing babies, won't be found so necessary. So,
Brother, you don't see it as the opposite? That these men are being raised by single mothers, many of them that already had abortions. That is a hold on, family. All right, can I complete a sentence?
no, it's the
All
point.
right, go ahead, Moonflower. Go ahead, Moonflower.
It's the
God.
point that I just made. I want you to address.
Yeah, I'm trying to address it, but Moonflower keep interrupting me. Can I address
No,
that
because
exact
you
point?
started off on some
All that
bullshit.
shit the
No,
same
I'm trying. All right, can I address the exact point? Can
You
I
got
address the exact point? Can I
conversation
address the exact point? Can I
interrupted.
address the exact point? All right, Moonflower, go ahead.
If we better the conditions and scenarios which babies are being born into,
Yes.
would less people find it necessary to get an abortion?
Yeah, can I respond to that direct question without Moonflower cut me off, please? It'll be so brief.
Yeah.
The part that you're leaving out is
Mm.
a lot of these African American men that are engaging in black on black violence, they were raised by single mothers that had abortions, which is an indicator of
Now,
neglect
now you,
against the child
now you
and a
kind
lack
of
of empathy.
now you kind of insulted me
I'm being
because
honest.
you
Is that
asked.
not true? Hold on. Is that not true?
Listen, I don't care if you're being honest, if you're being
Yeah.
ingenuine, disingenuous. What I'm saying is that you just asked for Floyd to address specifically what I just said, and you avoided it.
Yes.
What I'm
That was a direct response, brother. That is the conditions that we're being raised in that we must better.
no, this is what I'm saying. If we change the conditioning scenarios in the black community,
Yes.
there's less violence, right?
Yes.
There's less crime.
Yes.
We're doing.
Yes.
We're causing the crime to be risen in the black community so that motherfuckers don't want to bring money here. We're the
Yes.
reason why people have to pack a gun when they go outside. You're not
Yes.
looking for no women. You got
Yes.
a gun for another black motherfucker. Man,
Yeah.
if that scenario changes, would people find it less necessary to get abortions?
Well, if you have any evidence to show a
You see how
correlation
you're not
between,
saying
I'm
yes
trying
or
to answer your. I'm answering. Can I answer the question? Can I answer the goddamn question?
yes.
Goddamn!
Yes.
Can I answer the question?
Say yes
Now,
or no.
Yeah, the response is if you have any evidence of the correlation, I would like to see it, and I'll stand corrected. Literally.
Exactly. Exactly. You're
Now
Bro,
dead.
back to the focal point. I'm asking a simple question.
You're
Why
dead.
don't we realize that we can employ simultaneous tactics? It doesn't have to be one or the other. It could be both and.
No, nobody disagree with that.
Okay. So back to the focal point. I'm asking.
And I
Since
mean,
we
just
cannot name. All right, go
what
ahead,
you
King. Go ahead.
said, if black men take more accountability for their fucked up actions in the community,
Yes.
that directly affects the amount of abortions deemed necessary. Do you get that?
Well, brother, the first thing I came up here and said was
Yes,
mutual.
you get that.
Are you not listening? I said
Right.
mutual
So I'm
culpability.
asking,
Hold on. I said
hold
mutual
on,
culpability.
I'm trying
I
to
said
teach
it more than once.
you.
Did you forget that? I
No,
said mutual culpability.
no, no, no.
Mutual
I'm not
culpability
asking
multiple times.
for mutual culpability. I'm not asking for mutual culpability.
Hold on. Mutual means that we are taking accountability as men. You don't know that?
I'm
bro,
not
that's not
asking
what
for
you just
mutual
All
asked.
right, brother. I answered your question, brother.
Afro. No, you haven't.
No, you
I
did
Now
not.
you
said
need to
I
ask me.
said we must as men take responsibility and accountability. I
Okay,
said it more than once.
that's the first time I've heard you say those words. Now,
Wow. Oh man, let me refresh your memory. You must smoke
start off
cannabis.
on mutual
The first thing I
culpability.
said, all right, King. The first, all
Holy
right,
shit.
we can even take it back to the discussion about hip hop. The first thing I said is that we
Because
as
you're
all
stupid.
right, Moonflower, go ahead.
Yeah, you just fucking stupid. You ruin every fucking thing. Every time you come over this motherfucking channel and you go on Tash channel, you make the conversation get so dumb. Like the thing about it is that wasn't even the question that Squav was asking you. He was asking you a more direct question about a specific point, and you had to deflect like you didn't understand that when we know that
Are
you
y'all not listening? Did I not make my stance clear more than once?
shut up, shut up, shut
You
up.
so immature. Really, tell your white man that. Go tell your white man that. Go tell your cracker that.
You that man, you that
No, I'm
man.
asking, no, I'm saying go tell your cracker that. I
That's
don't
your
know you. I don't know you.
that's your
I gotta say, you pulling out all the cards. You know what
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean?
pulling the card. I don't gotta talk to no cracker lover like
So
this. Man,
so
what the
that
fuck?
shows. So don't you see that to us that
man.
reveals that you have an
You
agenda?
though, you
You're
I
not.
mean,
forgot.
you can take it how you want. What did I say that was wrong? I said nothing wrong, so we can move forward, family.
No. All I'm saying is that you have an agenda. Therefore, there's not
Yes.
going to be this conversation.
Shouldn't we all have an agenda?
An agenda within the conversation that we're having
Yeah.
right now. No, we should want
Yes.
truth. We should want truth. We should want truth.
Exactly.
We
Exactly.
should,
So what did I say that wasn't true? Let's get to that part.
no, you're being untruthful when you're saying you're addressing my question and you haven't.
All right.
When
What part did I not address, please?
okay, if black men take accountability for their actions, and I guess I would say the environment that we're creating, wouldn't abortion be deemed less necessary?
And what was my response to that? I said, literally, if you have any evidence of that correlation, I will stand corrected. I said it more than once. I said
Okay,
it more than once.
okay. So why do you feel abortions are had?
Well, literally, I won't speculate. You gotta ask the women that's killing their babies that.
So you haven't even done that much research. You just in the middle
No,
of
I
the
did research. I have an opinion on it.
a
I
fucking
have an
conversation.
opinion on it, but I won't speculate.
So what's your opinion? Let's see how ignorant your opinion of why
Once
women.
again, we all got opinions. I'm saying let's stick to the
Okay,
facts, brother.
okay, let's go. You don't have a fact. We're speculating, right?
Exactly. So that's why I didn't answer the question. Did you miss that part, brother?
So let us shut up as non ovary holders, and let's ask Moonflower, why
Yes.
do women feel it deem it necessary to have an abortion?
Yes.
Would you be accepting of her answers?
What's up?
I'll take it into account. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead, Moonflower.
Moonflower, do you
Most
have
most women who have abortions tend to have abortions because of medical reasons, because the father don't want the child, because she doesn't want the child, because the child is about to kill her. Because that's the reason why I had my abortion, because I had internal bleeding. So that abortion happened that way. Most women have abortions because they may be in an abusive relationship or a toxic situation. So a lot of the times women have abortions due to survival. Most women don't just have an abortion and be like, well, I'm just gonna get pregnant and then abort and then get pregnant again and then abort and then abort. Most women don't use it as a form of birth control. Of course, there are people who do, but that's not the majority.
now? Okay, so taking away the natural things like the pregnancy,
Mhm.
um, was a risk to your life.
Mhm.
Saying solely accountable outside of that. Well, I don't have enough money to take care of the baby. Some women
Right.
say, I'm not gonna have the baby. I didn't. Like you said, it may come from a rape. It
Mhm.
may be, just that. I wouldn't bring a child into this environment. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. What I'm saying is, Afro, would you feel that black men stepped up? And I'm not even going to say stepped up because I believe black men have stepped up just to, meet certain demises, But if black men took more accountability for their direct um, actions on the destruction of the black family, the black community, could you see that would encourage or disencourage women from aborting the sons of these men? And it doesn't
Yeah,
necessarily,
definitely. Hold on. Let me answer that. Yeah, definitely.
you know what I'm saying? It's the community for an uncle to even step in and say, "Hey, sis, I got your back." That's big. But you have brothers and sisters that can't even get along. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what Tiff was saying earlier. Some women find out in people they're not even
Hold
related to.
on.
The thing is,
But can you read Lilith's revenge response on the screen right here? And this is what we must eradicate. We must end this.
yeah. And of course that's why she put it there, right? Because they accept you for you. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking to you as if um, there's hope. I know there isn't, but I just like to have that conversation.
You see what I'm saying? We have to deal with reality, though. There are many women that are killing these babies just because they, and Moonflower already said it, they just don't want it.
And so, do you think that's the
Them.
majority of women?
I cannot speculate. We would have to ask them and
Bro,
hope
we
that they are honest. We
we
don't
can
know.
look it up. We can look it up. We can look it up, bro. We can look it up. I
We don't
literally.
know who's being honest just because they said it, miss.
Oh wow! So now you
We
don't.
don't.
Wait. Now you don't want to use statistics, but then you just said statistically that there were
Yes.
1,000 abortions a
Yes.
day.
There's a difference between, hold on. Yeah, let me
You
tell you
know
the difference.
statistics when it
Yeah, you're
benefits you.
lost. Moonflower,
No,
you're lost. No, the
no,
difference is, there's a difference
you
between
lost me.
self-response.
You
It's
lost
a
me.
difference
So what
between,
you did
all
was
right.
you tried to take away a resource that you use from me in order to prove
Yes.
a point that isn't fucking true. Like that's what
All right. Well, all right. Well, whatever percentage you say it is. Hold on. All right. Well, no, we can stick to your,
I
we
really
can
be
stick to your
hoping I can have
statistics.
a good intellectual conversation with
Suave.
you.
Suave,
But
can you
then
mute
you come
Moonflower,
at me
please?
for
Please
just
mute
being
her.
dumb as fuck. Like
She's
who
doing
the
too
fuck
much.
raised you,
All
bitch?
right.
I can tell you didn't have a
All
father
right.
in
Well,
your
look, we
life.
could go with the
You
statistics.
don't know how to be a
Hold
man.
on, Moonflower. We could go with the
You don't even know
statistics.
how to research
Hold
properly.
on.
Did you
All
go to
right.
school? What type of grades did you make in high school?
All
Did
right.
you attend
Hold on.
college?
Hold on. Slow down.
Did
Slow.
you have
You
a degree? How about
only
you
the white man can
go
deal with you.
and
Really.
let's
That's why you had to get a white man. Really. Who ain't no nigga gonna deal with you. Ain't no nigga gonna deal with you.
hey, bro,
Please. Ain't no nigga gonna deal with you. God damn. Now back to the focal point. We could go. We could go back.
I got
We
one.
could go to your statistics.
I
We
got
can
one.
use your statistics. Hold on. We can use your statistics.
And I
We
got one.
can use your statistics. I'm asking
But
what
my
percentage of the women. No, let's
let's
use them.
let's
Let's
go
use them.
source for source.
Let's use them. All right.
Let's
So
go.
what number? Oh
Hey, bro,
my god.
let's go source for source. I want you to put some
All right.
evidence.
What
We ain't
percentage?
been pulling shit up for you. You ain't pulled
All
shit
right.
up
What
for us.
percentage?
You just been talking
All
out
right. Yeah,
your
let's go
ass.
source
You
for
ain't
source.
had no
All right.
fact
Let's go
shit.
source for
Hey,
source.
let's go source for source. Pull
Yes.
some up,
All
bro.
right. So I'm
Show your
asking. We
screen.
still. Yeah,
Show
we
your
got the source right. Oh my god.
show your screen. Pull some up.
I'm
Prove
on the
what
cell phone. I'm on a cell phone.
you saying.
So the question is this: can I respond? The
Pull it
question is
up.
this: according to your statistics, what percentage say that they didn't want the child? We'll go with your
Bro,
numbers.
bro, that's not the fucking question. I said
No, you
source.
said we could see.
I
You the one that
know I
offered it.
give
You
you
brought it
multiple
up.
sources.
You
I
brought it up.
give you multiple
You brought it
references.
up.
I give you
Now we
multiple.
can't even cite the statistics you brought up.
We can
We
look
can't
it
even
up.
cite the statistics you brought up. You brought it up. What percentage said that they did not want their child? That's the question.
The thing about it is, I've given you so many
All right,
statistics.
just
I
get this
pulled
one,
up so
please.
many
Let's get to
sources
this.
for this.
Let's get to
Yeah,
this
let's
one.
get into it. But the thing about
Let's
it is,
get
at
to it.
first, I need you to come with
All right, pull it
three
up.
fucking
We see
sources.
it.
All
All
right.
right, let's pull it up.
This is talking about what abortion is. pro-life. Okay, so this article from Medical
Yeah.
News Today starts
Yeah.
off with, let's read the whole article because at
All
this
right.
point I'm tired of going back and forth with a dumbass nigga.
All right.
Okay. People have abortions for many reasons. Some end a pregnancy because of health concerns or fetal anomalies, and others may choose to terminate an unintended pregnancy. The term unintended pregnancy does not always explain the reasons and personal circumstances behind a person's decision to have an abortion. Often, people who have had an abortion feel too judged to discuss their reasons or feelings afterwards.
Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. We don't know what the reasoning was that they killed their babies. So you proving my point. Thanks, Moonflower.
I'm not proving your point because the thing about it is,
You
if
just
you're
proved my
not going
point. You proved my
to
point.
use
You proved
no,
my point. We don't know the reasons. We don't know why.
how can you use
We don't
statistics to
know. We
go
don't
on?
know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. That's it. So we can
That's
move
the
forward,
point.
fam.
The
All right.
point is,
And what percentage said that they don't want their kids?
So let
Hold
me
on.
tell you this. Hold
in
on,
the
hold on,
most
hold on, hold on.
I
Let me
know
see.
she
statistics,
getting cooked right now. Come save us, Suave. Come save us, Suave.
I'm about to.
Suave,
I'm
come
about to
save us.
right now. I'm about
that's,
to right now.
Yeah, come save us, Suave.
that's the point.
How
Come save
many?
Moonflower.
How many black babies are born a day?
Shit, you got me there. Y'all gotta Google it. Check the
Why
internet.
you ain't got that number? You the
I'm
abortion dude.
freestyling. Pull that up. Pull that up. Pull that up on the screen. Let's see. Cause I'm sure y'all about to cook yourselves. Please pull that up.
No, it's right here.
Yeah,
Don't
pull
do
it
it.
up. How many get born a day? How many
I'm
black
not.
babies get
I'm
born a
not
day?
talking about born today. I'm still on my fucking topic, bitch. Because
Yeah,
I
you
read.
getting cooked. All right, yeah. What percentage say they don't want their kids?
Read this paragraph right here.
Hold
You
on. Yeah,
just
yeah. What percentage does it say? What
last
percentage do
night.
it
It
say?
says the predominant themes identified as reasons for seeking abortion include
Uh-huh.
financial reasons, 40%, timing, 36%, partner-related reasons, 31%, and the need to focus on other children, 29%. The
Oh,
thing
you see
about
that? Hold on. All right, look, but let's add that up. Hold on.
wait
Hold
a
on.
second.
Hold on. Suave. That's you're dead now. Now y'all dead. Hold on. Now y'all dead. Hold on. This checkmate right here. Hold on. This checkmate. Hold on. This checkmate right here. You just cooked yourself. So we can add that 40% for financial reasons and that 36 together for timing, which is 76%. That
What
means
do you think?
76%. Hold on. Hold on. That means 76% of abortions could have been avoidable if we would have just utilized our tax revenue to actually assist the mothers and the parents in raising these kids right instead of killing them. Instead of killing them, checkmate. That's checkmate. No, that's checkmate. That's check. Yeah, you pulled the numbers up yourself. That's checkmate. That's checkmate right there. No, that's checkmate. That's checkmate. That's checkmate. No, I cooked you. No, we can move forward. No, and you cooked yourself.
Okay, so
You cooked yourself. You
Then they
cooked
put
yourself.
out an abortion
You
be
cooked
legal.
yourself. All right, hey, Moonflower, you're done.
You
Moonflower, you're done. You're done and you're dumb. Moonflower, you're dumb. Moonflower, you're done.
but
You're
fam,
done. Go ahead, Suave. Get in there, Suave. Save us, Suave. Go ahead, Suave. Save us. Go
Yourself,
ahead,
bro.
save us,
You
Suave. Go
literally
ahead,
just said it
save
out
us,
your
Suave.
mouth.
Save us,
Somebody
Suave. Go ahead.
rewind this shit and play
Go
it
ahead,
back. You
Suave.
just
Save
said
us,
it out
Suave.
your mouth. This shit is being
Go ahead,
recorded.
Suave. Save us. Save us, Suave. Get in there.
You just cooked yourself.
Now
You
go
just
get in
said
there,
out your
Suave. Get in
mouth.
there, Suave.
You just said out your
Go
mouth that
get in there.
y'all tax
You got cooked. All right,
revenue
Moonflower, you're done. All right, you're done.
you could have
I'm about to
provided
drop down. You're annoying. You're annoying. I'm about to drop down. You're annoying.
to get a fucking
All right,
abortion
you cooking yourself.
mouth.
All right,
You
let's
just
Suave
said
get
out
in there, man.
your mouth, bitch.
All right, let's Suave get in there, man. You're done.
No,
so
bitch,
more than a
You're
thousand
done.
black babies,
mouth.
more than 1,000 black babies are born every day.
Say it again.
More than 1,000 black babies are born every day.
So you're saying that, and that's what I said earlier. Approximately 50% of black babies get aborted. It was shameful. Really, this is shameful.
No, it's
God damn it.
it's less than 50.
That's my point. It's about 48%.
No, you're stupid. You're so stupid. If over
This
a
shit is
thousand
shameful. This shit is
babies are
shameful.
getting born every
That's a
day,
shameful
half
ratio.
of them are not getting
That's a
aborted if
shameful
they
ass
were
ratio.
born.
That's
If
a
they were
shameful ass
born to
ratio.
be aborted,
That's a
you're
disgraceful ass
already
ratio.
But
That's a disgraceful ass ratio.
also those abortions are saving from more poverty, more crime, and more violence.
How you know that? You don't know these? They would have went to Ivy League schools, became engineers. You don't know they would have started a
How
trade
many
school. You don't
black
know what
people?
they would have did.
How many black people you know went to
You don't know
Ivy?
what they would have did. You know
How many?
why? Because we got less teamwork. We got less of a
Hold on,
team. We
hold
killed our
on.
team off.
How
We
many
killing
black?
our team
How
off.
many black people you know went to Ivy League school versus how many black people you know did an active
I
Ivy
know.
League?
I know some that went to HBCUs.
No, I said compared to the black people that you know
It
that
would have.
did.
That's my point. It would have been more if we didn't kill them.
Did they
Okay,
graduate?
yeah, there we go.
That's
There we go.
facts.
It
It's
would have
facts.
been more people that went to school.
I'm
It would
keeping
have
it
been,
real.
it would have been more people that went to school, just
We
like it
did
would have been more
straight
people that
back.
No,
it
we
would have
would have did more positive, not more negative, because we would have had a stronger peer group.
we would have had nigga. How you know we'd have had a strong
Because
peer group?
we could have been more of us. I'm just keeping it real.
It's more the criminals
It's
too.
been more positive. No, don't have a pessimistic outlook on your
If the
family. Come on.
babies are born into a criminal
They would
environment,
have seen better. They would have learned better, man. Come on.
better
Only
We gotta stop we gotta stop cursing them the negativity in the womb. We
environment.
gotta stop cursing. Hold on, we gotta stop. Hold on. We gotta stop cursing our kids the negativity in the womb, man. They destined for greatness. They
even the
destined
Martin
for greatness.
that y'all niggas love to use
Hold on, Moonflower, chill. Hold on. Don't you got a white man? Hold on.
that tells you that that's been
Moonflower, why
debunked.
you don't tell your white man about the Caucasians in the trailer park? Moonflower, why you don't tell your white man about the Caucasians in the trailer park doing meth and doing heroin? Please
Why?
tell them how they ain't shit. Go tell them how they ain't shit. Go
Why?
tell them how they ain't shit. Go tell your white man family how they ain't shit. Please.
Don't worry about this. But
Go tell your white man family how they ain't shit.
If,
Moonflower.
if,
see, really,
if,
these bitches trying to help
why
us.
Now
you
I'm
gonna
asking, why you don't go tell your white man family how they
You
ain't shit?
niggas fumbling the
message
bag,
her?
cause y'all put
All
Dude,
right,
you
man.
too worried
All right,
about
you
white
getting cooked, Moonflower. You getting cooked, man.
you
if
too
Moonflower, you
worried
getting
about
cooked.
bitches
environment, you change the.
I'm too worried about bitches
You getting
hurting.
cooked. You getting cooked, Moonflower. Stop it, man.
Get the fucking house, bro. That
Why you
was
don't
your
tell your white
ass.
man
Build
family
the
they ain't
house,
shit?
bro.
Why you
Create
don't
a
tell your white man family they ain't shit though?
fuck. You
But why
failed.
you don't why you don't tell your white man family they ain't shit though?
Niggas, and you
And you getting cooked back to back. Moonflower, you got cooked 2 days in a row.
fighting for another
Moonflower,
race.
you getting cooked 2 days in a row on the same subject.
Shit when you can't do shit. I'm robbing you in the street, and then y'all don't even have the balls to
All
stand
right,
up
go
for
ahead, vent.
yourself.
Go ahead,
Let
vent, Moonflower.
go and make the Black Lives Matter movement and create it for y'all, because you can't stand up for yourself. How many times do we have to carry y'all on our fucking backs, bro? How many times do we have to create shit for you? How many times do we have to make opportunities for you? How many times do we have to keep holding you down and riding down and riding down and riding down for you niggas before you niggas decide to step up and be a fucking man, bro? As a collective, you niggas ain't shit. As a collective, you niggas ain't good for nothing.
You
As a
talk like
collective,
Mr.
you
T.
niggas are just
You
fucking
talk like
body
Mr.
bags.
T. You
It's
sound like
your
Mr. T. You
responsibility
got a
to
lot of
fight that shit.
testosterone. You talk like Mr. T.
And you
Moonflower, you sound like Mr.
fuck
T.
your ass that is being given to you, bitch. But you
Moonflower,
don't
you talk like Mr. T.
But
You
how
talk
about
like-
instead of the personal attacks, you attack what she's saying?
how can I get a word in? Please, Swab,
Just
you
got
tell me. How I'm
her
gonna get a word in
I
with
just heard
Mr. T?
you say she sound like
How am I get a word in with Mr. T ranting
heard
off like
you,
this?
just like you hearing me now, and you're
Yes,
talking over me. I
yes,
heard you say she sound like Mr. T over her talk,
yes,
so you
yes.
can say the same thing.
I mean, I said it more than once. What part did you miss?
I missed the part where you I missed the part where you
Yes,
summed up how black
yes.
men having abortions is more detriment to the society than the society itself.
Rephrase that question, brother. What did you ask?
We're the society. We build up the
Yes,
society.
I
If
agree.
we're acting criminal, that means the society is criminal. If we're acting violent, if we're acting
Yes,
perverted, that means it's a criminal,
yes.
violent, perverted society.
I agree.
Why?
And look, abortion is violence against babies. So you're right. We got to stop all violence.
Okay, so instead of steadfasting against abortion because you had an agenda, why wouldn't
Yes.
you attack the greater proponent, which is the environment that we create, that these babies can and cannot be born into? Why wouldn't that be?
That's literally what I'm attacking. The women that endorse killing the
No,
babies. That
no,
is
no,
the
no.
society.
Okay, but that's not what's making the
And
society.
the men
That's
that
not what's
endorse
making
killing the
the society.
babies.
That's not what's making the society criminal,
Yes, it
violent,
is.
or
How is it
perverted.
not?
No, it's
Brother,
not.
these mothers are neglectful
Like
mothers.
you
These
said,
mothers that kill their babies are neglectful mothers, brother. What's right? All right.
just like you said, abortion isn't a crime, so it's not added to the criminality.
As to violence, are you not listening?
It's not. It's
Yes,
added.
it does. I can prove it to you. How do you think that the women that abort their children, the children that they did not abort, how do you think they treat them? You think they don't use violence against
Like
their
darlings,
babies in the house?
like darlings, like darlings.
All right.
Yes.
Well, statistically, we know that abuse is rampant in the African
I know.
American
I know
household.
the fact that she had two abortions and she only has one child, mean that she does better at providing for that child that she waited later in life to have when she was more
Not
financial.
necessarily.
No, 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 no. Wait. This is not a necessary game. What I'm
Exactly.
what I'm saying is the woman. I have a specific scenario. We're not
Yeah.
all over the board. The woman who had the two abortions when she was 14 and 16 and waited till she was 21 to have her child, she now is raising a more healthier child. Do you disagree?
Well, I don't know, but I respect it if you're telling the truth. Really,
Okay,
100%.
then. And that's the agenda. Okay, they're not aborting as, oh, I'm drilling these kids. They're not aborting as, I'm controlling the block. Oh, I'm getting the bag. I'm the man. That's not what. That's the mentality we have when we go outside and be a threat to men, women, and children. And that's what needs to change. You have a unhealthy environment, an unhealthy fish tank, and you keep
Yeah.
throwing fishes in it, and you're blaming the fact that the fishes is dying.
So you think it's better to kill the fish?
No, I think it's better to change the environment.
Exactly. So that means the fish don't have to be killed. The kids don't have to be killed for us to
If
fix
you
the
change
environment.
the environment.
Why
That's
can't
why I said simultaneous endeavors. We have to do both,
No,
not
no,
one or the other.
I think first, I think first thing is we need to change the environment.
thank
Well, I'm
you.
saying, regardless, we don't need to kill our kids. Whatever order of operations you go with, we don't need to kill our kids.
Sure, everyone agrees to that to an extent, and then to an extent, people think we need to have an abortion. But I'm saying,
So, so
if
what's the accumulative effect? So that's what I'm asking. What is the accumulative effect of these millions of our own offspring that we have aborted? I'm asking you. And we're in the middle of a race. Look at the U.S. right now. Watch how brief this is. When the U.S. right now, we're in the U.S. right now. Latinos already outnumber us. Asians have a higher population growth rate than us. What is
so
the
what?
accumulative effect? That's why you're a perpetual minority. That's why you're being gentrified. Hold on. Let me respond to Suave. So you're being gentrified.
You can't continue.
Suave, did you hear the answer to the question? You said so what? So you're being gentrified, my nigga. That's what
Sure,
so what is.
okay.
So your community is not yours anymore.
We're
That's
not,
so what.
we're not
You
being gentrified
you
because
said we're not?
we're not being
Okay.
gentrified because we're a minority. We're being
Yes, we are.
hold on.
It's
We're
less of us that could buy that real estate, brother. You don't realize that? If
being
it's if it
gentrified.
was more of us here, it was more of us that could have bought that real estate instead
Hold
of the
on,
foreigners.
brother. Hold on, brother. We're not being gentrified because we're a minority. We're being
No?
gentrified because we're not a collective.
It's both.
No,
It's not one or the other. It's both and, brother.
no. Because with the minority that we can collectively have our own communities and own the block and own the businesses and not get gentrified as a minority. Being a minority doesn't stop you from fighting gentrification. Being not
Yes,
being
but hold on, brother. The part you're missing is being small in numbers makes it harder for you to fight the gentrification. Your community will be smaller and smaller and smaller and
but
smaller
it
and
doesn't
smaller.
make it impossible. If you're not a
But
collective,
but
it's
why make it hard? But why make it harder for ourselves,
if we're
brother? Let's be
collective,
smarter, not harder.
if we're
Let's be smarter, not work harder. So I'm asking a
okay.
simple question,
No,
tangibly.
the question is a very unnecessary question because the
No,
point.
it's about reality, brother.
No.
Tangibly. I'm
The
saying tangibly, brother.
the
I'm
point is,
saying physically. All right,
yeah,
go ahead, make your point.
we're both talking that. And what I'm saying is, if we're physically a collective, it doesn't matter that we're a minority. If we're a majority, if we're not collective, we still get gentrified.
I can ask you this. Let me ask you this. How did Latinos take over California and shit,
No.
Texas? I'm asking a simple question. How
If
are
we
Latinos taking over even New York, East Coast places like Northern Virginia? I'm asking,
being
how did they take it over?
being a collective,
Did it not require their numbers?
being a collective.
Did it not? I said both earlier, right? It's both, not one or the other. Did it not also require their numbers? I'm asking.
No matter what the
I'm
numbers
asking,
is,
yes or no? Yes or no? You don't like this headlock. Yeah,
no.
Suave, you dead right now. You running, Suave. You running, Suave. I'm asking, yes or no?
I
Did it
said
require the
no.
numbers?
I said
I
no
have a
You said
legitimate
no?
12
Well,
times.
now you're in denial. Now you're in denial
no.
now.
He's
Literally.
right.
I
Right
can
though.
prove it. Hold on. I can prove it. Hold on. I can prove it. I
The
can prove
reason,
it.
the
I can
reason,
prove
no,
it.
you're
I
dead.
can
The
prove
reason
it.
they
I
were able
can prove it. I can
stop
prove it,
repeating
brother.
the same thing and listen to the information and
Now,
respond to it.
I know I can prove it. The Hispanic caucus has increased.
Oh, excuse me, sir. The reason they were able to gain numbers is because they were a collective minority.
You just said it. Oh, you just said it.
No,
So,
listen to the whole sentence.
Brother,
Listen,
are you not listening to what you're saying, brother? It required numbers.
the
That's
reason they
not what
were
he said.
able to become a majority is because they were a minority
Yes,
collective. If
meaning that they utilized their numbers against us, correct?
hold on, no,
You
meaning
said
they
no?
no, meaning
So
they
they're not taking over black congressional districts right now?
I'm answering your question. You're running.
No, you're running, brother. I'm asking a simple
I'm
question. Are they
good.
not black
I'm
congressional
answering.
districts?
I'm
I'm asking.
answering
Are
already.
they
You're
not black?
stopping
I'm
me
asking
from
a simple
answering.
question, brother. Are they not black congressional districts right now that are becoming majority Latino and they have already become majority Latino?
I'm answering. You're stopping me from
Is
answering.
it all right? Yes or no, brother? I'm asking.
Okay. What okay. I had a point I was saying. Then I'll yes or no your question.
Yes, thank you.
Utilize their ability to collectivize to
Yes,
form a majority. But it was the fact that they were able to collectivize. It didn't matter how many it was. The fact that 40,000 of them stood together and were
yes,
able to say to attract 20,000, another 20, making them 60.
exactly. Yes,
But it was the fact that they were able to collectivize.
exactly. You just
So
said it. They increased their numbers. So I'm asking.
no, what I said is collectivize.
You
So
said 40 became 60. Did you miss that part? That's increasing their numbers,
yes,
brother.
they collectivize. So
Exactly. So why aren't we collectivizing instead of reducing our numbers?
all right then. So why
Yes, that's the
minority?
question.
So why don't the minority of us collectivize our numbers, despite how many numbers there are, and don't say, "Well, we got to wait till the majority to
Hold on.
collect."
Did you hear what you just said? Their numbers increase. Why aren't we trying to increase
No,
our
you're
numbers, brother?
going
That's
back
the
in the
question.
conversation because you're
What are we
fraud.
gonna
So
do
like
with
I
a
said,
No,
bunch of
I'm asking a simple question, brother. They
oh,
increase their numbers.
but
Why
we
we not
always
increasing
do
ours?
that.
Swab, let me ask this question,
That's checkmate
Swab.
right there. Y'all can't get around
No,
that. I'm
it's
asking a
not.
simple
No,
question.
let me ask
They
this
increase
question,
their
bro.
numbers. Why we not increasing ours?
Shut up. Shut up. What the
All right.
fuck are we gonna do with a bunch of fucking kids? Because the thing
All
about
right.
it is,
All right. Let me respond.
no,
Let me
no,
respond
no,
to
be
that.
quiet. Be
Raise
quiet.
them. The answer is raise
Bro,
them.
I've been letting y'all talk, bro.
The
Shut the
answer is
fuck
raise
up.
them.
Shut the fuck up.
All
Shut
right.
the
The answer is
fuck
raise
up.
them now.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
All right.
You can't give an answer if you don't have the full context of what I'm saying. You're just a dumbass fucking bitch. Shut the fuck up.
All
What
right.
the
Go
hell
tell your crack of that
is
though. But I'm listening. Go ahead.
with a bunch of fucking children
Yes.
who can't do anything legislatively, voting wise until at least 18? You want us to sit
That means
around?
we had that foresight. That's a good thing. That's a
Shut
good
up.
thing. That's a
Shut
good
up.
thing.
Shut up. So you want us to sit around for another 18 years and wait on and raise these kids that y'all ain't
Yes.
even gonna fucking raise on a fucking statistical rate. Y'all don't raise
Yeah.
y'all.
That's fucked
So
up. You're
you
right
want
about that.
us. Wait, once again, you want us to raise your kids and then 18,
You
20.
can't have my kids. Not you. You can't have my kids.
See, you can't have a real conversation with this nigga, bro. On God,
You
he's
putting it on me? You
ass.
putting it on me? I ain't asked you to do nothing for me.
Bro, fuck no. Suave.
All right, so back to the focal point.
Somebody smart as fuck.
We already acknowledged that other races are using their numbers against us.
We
Why are we
didn't.
not using our numbers against them?
The thing about it is, bro, you deflecting. You fucking Rozzy, fuck you too, bitch. You old dick sucking hoe with no
Nah,
teeth.
Oh,
don't do that.
my bad,
Calm
my
calm down, Moonflower. It's all
bad.
right.
I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to you, bro.
Okay, my bad. I just walked this set back down. Yes. If we concentrate our numbers of men who are willing to do better, then we could actually increase our numbers. But if we're not, if the majority of us are collectivizing under a criminal entity, a gang influence,
Yes.
that's not going to allow anyone to want to increase those numbers. So there's gentrification, abortion, anything else, criminalization,
Yeah, y'all gonna die off. You're right. You're gonna keep dying off.
whatever it is.
You're gonna
So,
keep being bred out in the U.S. and Latinos
until,
gonna keep taking our communities over. You're right.
I mean,
I'm not even trying to convince y'all no more. The Latinos will take your communities over. Your kids gonna speak
we don't
Spanish.
have any communities.
Your great grandkids gonna speak Spanish, and that's that.
Communities. We
Yeah, I
don't,
know, and you will never have none because y'all not fighting to create none. So you're right.
we don't have none on this land.
No, you're right because y'all not fighting to make none. You're right.
Yeah, because we're too busy blaming women for abortions and not
Yeah,
fighting.
y'all ain't gonna do shit. That's why I had to move to Latin America to get away from y'all niggas, man. I had to get away, man. I'm
That's
Afro Hispanic. Really, I had to get away from you niggas.
Passport, bro. Why are we talking to a passport, bro? Like that defeat the whole purpose of the
Yeah, I had to get up out of there, man. I
We
had to
let
get
the,
up out of that.
can we drop the nigga? Because why are we talking to a passport,
I'm
bro?
gonna drop myself, but Swab, much love to you, King. Keep up the great work, all right?
Appreciate it.
We
Strong,
live.
strong. Yeah, that's like I said, a loophole. That's just a loophole for people not to take accountability. You know what I'm saying? Well, my problem.
You can honestly answer the questions. Why would, as women, why would we raise y'all kids for another 18 years just to hope that y'all gonna change when y'all haven't showed collective change in 100 years? What logical sense does that make for any black woman to put herself in that position?
Well, I mean, it would. It would. What would make them sleep with him? I guess that it was just that experience. But
No,
once,
that's not what I'm asking, Swab.
no. I'm taking it back a little bit because that was sparked my conversation because it's like, okay, well, if we're talking about you're pregnant, then something had to happen before that, right? And if we're talking about the men are who are women are deeming, well, I'm not finna have this nigga baby. You know what I'm saying? Why would I have that baby? Because to me, it's more of no matter who I have a baby by, if I'm not outside this environment, I don't know if I want to have it. That's what I'm thinking about. If we're specifically talking about, well, why would I want to have Tyrone, the gang banging dope dealer baby? I don't know, but I would think that would start with not engaging him sexually. But the one thing that I can say is that the fact that even though you didn't sleep with a Tyrone drug dealer, you slept with the Tyrone, the businessman. If you're still in that environment that's dominated by the drug dealer, you might deem it responsible to have an abortion instead of risking the fact that he's going to grow up become the same entity and then be inside your house with the drugs, with the
Right. And
guns.
what I'm saying is, when do we get to step back and not fuck with y'all for a while and let y'all do what y'all need to do? Because we've been standing by y'all side. Bitches
Exactly.
been standing by y'all side. Bitches been marching for y'all, but we really should not be marching for y'all. Bitches been bringing their kids out, creating jobs, creating opportunities, doing all the shit that y'all niggas supposed to be doing. When the fuck do we have the ability to step the fuck back from y'all, get the fuck away from y'all? Because y'all are, as a collective, y'all niggas is leeches. When the fuck do we get the ability to not be leeched off of no more?
Can I just come in right quick? Man, let me just come in right quick, dog.
That was in the
I'm
building.
trying. I'm trying to figure out where all this disrespect coming from, bro.
Oh, you came up here because she called
Yeah, I'm
you.
trying to figure out where this disrespect coming from.
Oh, she called you. Okay.
Suck my dick. Suck my
Huh?
dick. Suck my dick. Stop talking to me.
I'm asking you a question,
I'm
dog.
guessing this
And I'm
past
not gonna do
experience.
an answer. I said stop talking to me.
Yeah, I'm guessing
Yeah,
this
all
past
right.
experiences that y'all had. The mentality that
Swap, what's good though, baby?
you got
You
it. You
want
got it.
to
You got it.
argue with a bitch bad. You niggas are so bitchy. You want to be a
You got
bitch?
it.
The
I
Hey,
bitch
guess.
is
hey, hey, hey,
Guess it's
hey, calm that down, man.
I guess it's the past experience that she's had with your conversations and your reflective thought that she just comes to that conclusion. Like you're not even.
But here's the thing though. I ain't never disrespect that woman.
So,
now, Roxy. Why you lying? Why you
Okay, so
lying?
what did I say to you then, man?
Why you lying? Why you lying? You disrespect
Okay,
me every time I see you. What the
okay, so okay. All right, so that's had the conversation without interrupting each other, right? What did I say to you, man? What did I say to you?
I ain't even been on YouTube in 3 months, bro. You expect me to remember? I just know I got beat.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Every time I talked about you, I talked about your talking points.
That's a
Your
lie.
talking
That's a
points
lie.
of what you
That's a
say.
lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. You want to talk about folks personally and all that other shit. That's
I
what
don't
you
know
do.
you personally to talk about you personally, nigga. What you talking about?
Thank you, Lilith. It's a fucking lie, bro. We were all there, bro. Thank you, Lilith. That nigga just be lying out the side of his neck, bro. Why are you still
What did
talking
I say, Nick? Tell me what I said, man.
to me? Why you still talking to me?
Stop playing with me, man.
You mean you stop playing with me? You stop playing with me,
Yo,
Father.
you can't do that with me, man.
You stop playing with
And
me.
let me ask you a question right quick.
That bitch.
No,
Ho,
no,
stop
man, but that don't work with me. Hey,
Stop
yo,
playing.
let me ask you a question right quick, right?
Me, you're
Let me
grand.
ask you a question.
Stop playing with me. How about you go call your daddy and ask him for some support? Because it sounds like you need some emotional support
Who,
right
who,
now. It sounds like
I'm calm and cool. I'm calm and cool.
you're not here to provide you a therapist's shoulder to cry on.
Eh,
Leave me the fuck
hey,
alone.
yo, I'm not here to cry, baby.
So why are you steady talking to me? I steady said don't fucking talk to
Oh,
me.
okay, I
I
won't. I
let you
won't. I won't. I
said that
won't.
you don't need
I
to talk
won't.
to me.
I'm
Hey,
sorry. Let me talk to
Fucking
Suave.
bitch.
Hey, yeah, whatever.
hey,
Whatever. Ain't no bitch in me.
Obviously, because you sound a little twisty right there.
All
Whatever.
right, nigga, whatever. Stop
Whatever.
talking to me. Hey, yo, but to my man, though. Let me ask you a question, though, my man.
yes,
Right?
yes.
What's good, baby? I ain't talked to you in a minute, though.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I mean? What's good? I ain't long time no here, baby. You
oh
know what I
yeah.
mean? What's up, though?
I'm good. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been trying to get consistent with going live, but
Why you don't be going to psycho panel, man?
I started to jump on that today, man. I just usually when I jump on is the middle of something, and I really don't know what I can add at that point, and I'm enjoying being a fan, than a content creator. I listen to a lot of panels now, but I intend to. Psycho my dude and Q Butter, so I intend to.
Yeah, man. It's yeah, shit, man. I've been yeah, yeah, man, psycho, man. You know, yeah, that motherfucker. He be over did you be over Q Butter?
Yeah, I fuck with Q Butter. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, I got a question for you though, man. Like,
but
cause I don't want to talk to this girl right here. You
then
know, she's
don't
mad
mention,
disrespectful.
don't mention it because you
But
kind of.
but why why do you have? I'm just trying to figure out because old girl right here, right. I'm not saying she ain't got no she ain't got no good points when talking about black
Undefeated.
men.
I got some good points. Undefeated. Y'all sent y'all
Hey,
best game.
hey, hey, man, I'm talking to Suave, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm talking to
Let's
Suave,
get
man. Don't talk to me, yo.
let's speak
I'm
on
talking to
facts,
Suave,
bro.
man.
You sent your best
Goodbye,
today.
man.
You sent Madon, and I ate that nigga and spit him out. Come on now.
All I
Let's be
did was talk about your talking points, and
let's
you
be
went
real.
and you got your
Sent your
panties LeBron.
bros. Your bros got fucked.
Immature shit.
You sent your
You an
bros and
immature woman.
over. Come on now.
You
I want
fucking
to see
immature.
your
Ayo
disappear.
Suave though. Ayo Suave. Let me talk to you right quick though.
I got you.
You got yo. Let me talk to you right quick though.
Yeah,
Like some man to man shit though. Some
yes,
man to man shit, right?
yeah,
So you got old girl, right? You know, is she? You know, she got some good points when talking about black men. We got a whole lot of work to do as men, right?
yeah,
I'll give her that, right? But
yes.
but homegirl make it known she don't give a fuck about black men, right?
That's I disagree with that.
No. She already made that known. She made that known.
I disagree with that.
But how you gonna disagree with some shit she made known, brother?
I'll explain that. If I didn't give a fuck about you, Rosie, I wouldn't be telling you to better yourself. Okay, like
She ain't nah, nigga, no.
so you disagree with that? You disagree
All
with
right,
that?
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, the fact that women transfer information the way that they do sometimes, same thing as men. Some men are gonna tell you, brother, you need to, tie your shoe, and some nigga gonna say, nigga, your loose shoe having ass, nigga, why don't you tie your fucking shoe up? But they both care enough to point out that fucking shoe tie. But when it's not sugar on a spoon, and of course, because it's a woman, right? And I mean, there's always been that debacle. But yeah, it's just that you don't like the way it's being said. I don't think that she doesn't care for black men. I just don't think she don't care to have any babies by black men or date black men. But I
Okay.
think I think her and the rest of the sisters want to see a better choice of black men for those who are interested in being with black men.
I can understand. I can understand that. Let me ask you this though. Um, when it comes to the manosphere, do you think they really care about black women?
The manosphere,
Yeah.
yes, I think they care about black women in the sense that they would have
Do they?
sex.
You think they love them?
I think that they love to enjoy them, have sex with them, and for what men value women as when they're at
Do,
that.
but what I'm asking is, what I'm asking, I don't mean to cut you off. Do you think they got black women's best interests at heart?
No,
No.
I think they have
Okay,
their I think they have their own best interests at heart.
okay. Do you think she got black men's best interests at heart?
Yes,
Come on,
I
brother,
think I
I'm
think her.
brother.
you mad because you flopping the bag. You mad because you flopping the bag, bro. You
Hey
mad?
yo,
Yeah, because what she's saying is, I want better fathers, better brothers. Their manosphere is saying, I want better servants, better women who, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, that's not the same thing. She's asking to be bettered by black men better themselves.
come on, bro. Come on, bro.
You don't see that?
Ah, bro. Suave, I like you, baby.
I'm saying
That's
you don't
why I'm
see that.
here.
Yeah, but
Come
you don't
on,
see
man.
they're yelling at, they're not saying, I'm satisfied with the white man. They wouldn't even be talking to you. She wouldn't be on
No,
this.
no, no, no. I'm not. No, I'm not talking about other black women. I'm talking about specifically her.
Yes, she wouldn't be on the panel of a black man talking to black men. She would be somewhere surrounded by white men
Come
in
on.
bliss.
Okay,
Okay?
all right, all right, all right,
Yeah, that's logical to me.
all right. Hey, okay.
Yeah, I just think that a lot of black men make it easy to be um, disrespectful to them. I think a lot of black men make it easy to be, you know, harsh on them. Yeah, and I think y'all welcome it at this point. Not you. Don't let me say y'all, but those that do are like, yeah, this is what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you can't have the logical conversation, because the logical conversation, there's a lot of accountability and a lot of self-reflection that has to be had while dismissing what everyone else is doing. You can't bring it up. Can't
I
say,
just want to I just want to address something in the comment section right quick. I'm not gonna be here for long, my brother. You know what I mean? I know y'all probably got something going on. I just wanted to come up
"Oh,
here
you got
to
a conversation, you good.
yeah, because I just wanted to come up here and just figure out where the disrespect coming from. Because you know, when it comes to this lady, all I ever did was talk about her talking points.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
It will prove me if you can't prove me
Honestly, I
wrong.
heard you call women bitches before.
She
If you can't prove me wrong, whatever. Come on, man.
I ain't never heard you call women bitches before.
Huh?
Huh? I ain't never heard
I
you call
didn't hear
women.
you.
I ain't never heard you call women bitches before.
Have I ever called the woman a bitch
No,
before?
I said, haven't I heard you on panels calling women bitches?
Have you ever heard me on you probably did a couple times.
Yeah.
funny.
So,
Okay, okay. But here's the thing though. Here's the thing. That's wrong. Hold up, Swab.
I
You
got
That's
you.
wrong for me to do. So
That's
even so yes, I've done it, right? But that was wrong. I
okay.
guarantee you none of these niggas will admit that they wrong. I guarantee you.
No, because if they feel like they calling you a bitch because you
No, no,
called them,
no. I never called none of these women bitches. I
you a
might
liar.
call
You a
not none
liar.
of these
You a
women.
liar. You a
No,
liar.
I hold up. I called you a bitch?
Yes.
When?
During the over debate.
Hey, don't lie on me, dog.
When we were having that
No,
debate about
don't lie on me, dog.
all Hebrew
Stop
Israelite niggas,
lying on me.
words,
Never
and y'all
called you a bitch.
motherfuckers, bitches, and hoes, and all type of
I
shit.
never called you a hoe. I don't even call women hoes. What are you
That's
talking about? Yo,
lie.
don't lie. Oh, yeah, see, I see how you get down.
Come on now.
You lying on me, bro.
Multiple people in the comment section remember this shit. What are you talking about? We not
Hey,
crazy.
yo, lady, I ain't getting into you with you because I'm gonna tell you like this. If I
Because
called you a bitch,
you know
hey,
you wrong.
hey,
Because
lady, hey,
you know
hey,
you wrong. Because you
hey,
know you
lady,
wrong. Because I used to fuck with
hey,
you,
lady,
Rozzy. We used to be cool, Rozzy.
hey,
Until
ladies,
we was talking
hey,
cat.
lady, I ain't got, hey, yo, lady,
We
slow
used to be
down,
cool.
slow down, cuz.
We used to be
Hey,
cool.
yo, lady, slow down.
We used to be cool.
Hey,
Until you
yo,
turned
lady, slow down, slow
crazy.
down, slow down.
I can say what I want to say. I can talk how fast I want to talk. I'm done.
Okay, but hold up, slow down. I'm
No,
trying to
you
tell you
slow
something.
down. You slow down, big dog. You slow down because
Hey,
this
slow
conversation
down.
don't
Hold on.
just tell her what
you
you're trying to tell her. But
I'm not trying to talk over. Slow down.
you, you have to initiate a little bit of that. Just but telling her to slow down is like giving her a order.
Hey, yo, If
And
I
so you,
call it, if I listen, let me tell you like this. If I remember ever calling you a bitch or a hoe, I'll sit back and say it right now. I ain't got
I
nothing to
don't care
hide.
whether you remember or not, bro. That's just a
I,
cop
I,
out.
I
I
I've
don't give
never
a
called
fuck
you
if
a
you
bitch or a
remember
hoe.
or not.
I'm
And that's a
I'm
cop
telling
out.
you.
I don't care if you
I'm
remember or
telling you,
not.
nigga.
I don't care if you remember
Okay.
or not. I
No,
don't
no, I'm
care.
telling you I didn't. I'm
You did.
telling you I
You
didn't.
did because multiple people remember that you
I'm
did.
not arguing with you no more.
Okay,
I'm
y'all
not
know what
arguing
I'm
with you.
talking to me when I told you you ain't got to. You
No,
the one
no,
that
you was
steady
talking to
running their
me.
mouth. You the one still running their motherfucking mouth, bro.
All right, all
Bitch,
right.
I ain't give a fuck about none of that
Swap,
shit.
how was your day, Swab?
Run your fucking mouth,
How
bro.
was
man,
your day,
shut up,
Swab?
man. I ain't here to talk about my day, but it was good, though. It just got started. It's been good.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
glad you.
I went live. I got to talk to some of my people, man. We had a little good discussion. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah.
So what was this? Okay, before I came, was there a debate up here? Like, what was the debate about? Abortion? Like,
Uh,
tell me the whole rundown.
no, it was okay. Well, I was watching a video. We was dissecting and reviewing a video called the sabotage of the black woman, and so that led into, well, why is this man talking to women about how they supposed to act in the middle of something that black men collectively made and forced on us? And so it was, yeah, that's true, but it is a conversation that can be had. You know what I'm saying? As long as the person understands that you are stepping in rough territory as a man, telling women what they need to do. Um,
When it comes to abortion, right?
no, no, no. It led into that. Okay, so fast forward. What would better the black community? Abortion not being done is what Afro was saying. In contrast to us saying, well, black men need to be more accountable and stop being so criminal, violent, and perverted.
Oh, say that one more time. I didn't hear you, my brother.
It was a conversation of what would better the black community if women had if women stopped getting abortion, or if men stop being so criminally violent and perverted.
If I didn't hear the last part. If
If
what?
men, if black men stop being so violent, criminal, and perverted.
Oh, okay. What would help the community more? Well, I would have to say, black men, stop being, violent and perverted, and criminal. You know, you know, I would have to say that.
Yeah, well, Afro was clearly disagreeing, and he was saying the he was saying he would rather address the women having abortions.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So that's that. So that guy. It is what it is. Well, yeah. Shout out to Moonflower, man. Shout out to Afro. Shout out to Razi, man. Appreciate it. And I want to get into the destruction of black men. I want to watch. I'm gonna find that video and watch that one. So we'll have another stream on that to be genuine. Yeah, but it was fine. I'm gonna try to go live later drunk.
It's so crazy how people just lie on me in this
Bro,
chat, man.
it's a couple of them in the chat saying that they witnessed you call her a bitch before, bro.
Nah, man.
You don't believe them?
No, I do not.
They bullshitting.
I'm telling you, they bullshit. Fuck about what they say. Motherfuckers lying like. See, once me and that nigga, the goat had that little altercation, you know, and we were in separate ways. Now they on my ass.
Shout out to the big bro Taz. Yeah,
Um,
you know right,
huh?
right. You know you be out here, man, doing the damn fool, bro. I don't even know why you acting like that, bro.
What you mean?
Yeah, what I mean. Yeah, I think like I said, I don't be everywhere, but yeah, every time I see it come back over this way, it be like that nigga Rozzy was tripping.
No. I just state my fucking opinion, man. That's it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, that leads people to the conclusion. I mean, it's all good though. Like I
You
said,
know, let me just say this, man. Like I come with a lot of passion. I come with a lot of
Nash gonna kill me.
yes, man. I do come with a lot of passion, man.
I hate to put it in body weight and send it back, but it's crazy.
Motherfucker said we never liked you.
Crazy
We just
old.
talk. Okay, that's good. Cause at the end of the day, in real life, I'm a good person. So you ain't gotta like me, baby. Hello.
hell
Some
no.
nigga on the internet.
Back to the argument league, man.
But
All
I'm gonna leave these people alone. I'll leave
right.
these people alone.
Nah, we'll definitely be back, man. We get to some other shit, man.
Man, come through, bro. Come through the psycho. Come through the cute by the nigga. The fuck?
I got
What?
you,
The
bro. I know.
fuck going on, brother?
Wrong.
No, man. I ain't even mad at you. I already know, bro. I've been seeing the gang go up, man. You don't be on Taz channel no more?
Hell no, nigga.
It's
That
wrong. You know that.
motherfucker.
You know that's why. Why would you ask that? You know that.
Hey,
You be over there, bro?
man, yeah. I just didn't see the inception of it.
Yes, you're fucking welcomed.
I saw the conclusion. I just didn't see the inception of Rozzy.
Man, fuck Rosie.
Man.
They might not opt for oh God, they might have traitor. You
It's
got
just talking. Only some corny niggas say the ops on the internet. Nigga, ain't nobody stole your bike. Ain't nobody did nothing to you.
bro.
But the nigga the ops.
You
Dumb
are
shit.
you a
Corny,
treasonous op.
goofy ass motherfucker. Nigga corny, man.
You
The
a traitor.
ops.
You a traitor to your own kind, bro. You're a traitor.
Dude.
You're a traitor.
Okay, baby.
They held you down.
That's cute. That's cute,
They
baby.
put you on the map, bro.
That's cute, baby. That's cute.
They put you on the map. The only
Baby,
reason
that's cute, baby.
you know about Rosie is because of Taz. And you let that get to your head and you became a bitch. That's crazy. We didn't even know you
The
had,
baby, that's real cute.
we didn't even know you had bitch in your blood.
The baby, that's real cute. See, when you
We didn't even know you had bitch in your blood.
that's real cute.
Well, great.
That's what it do, man. Black Power, man.
You
Hey,
know,
Moonflower, man, you already know, man. Love you, sis, man. Keep your head up. Keep doing your motherfucking thing, man. Strength to you in real life. Roz, you already know, man. Strength to you, bro.
oh,
You know,
all right, peace, bro. Y'all
yeah.
go live, man. I'll be back, man.
All
I
right.
mean, you know what I mean?
We gonna
Nice talking to you, brother. You know
do
what I
two
mean?
weekend. We off,
Yeah,
man.
Moonfly, get your head together, baby. I'm out.
This boy Swab Boss, man, of the Argument League, man. Shout out to everybody came through, man. Star, Beauty, New Marie. And we had Lilith's Revenge, I know, the sister. Shay Bo, shout out to you, Catnip Squad. Raw Talk Culture, shout out to you. Jelly with the Hannah Footer earrings. What? Jelly with the Hannah Footer earrings. Hey, shout out to Sis Steph. Boom, 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 boom. Shout out to the fam bam, man. Who's it? Gary Moore, shout out to you. Alonzo Hall, Leonard DeHue, to Nobody, Terry Smoot. And that's as far as Tiff. Shout out to Tiff. Boo, boo, boo. And I think that's as far as the chat go back. This boy Swab Boss with the Argument League, Black Power. Keep your head up. Say y'all see the bullshit coming and man, you progressing things in which you got a passion because work is work, but it ain't got to be torture. He said his voice is annoying. This is the boy Swab Boss. We out.